into the unknown, where the ghosts of the ancients still stand. I am bound by all I've done with 2 hands, cast out of my home to a faraway land. Oh, I cross the oceans, I go over the great divide. I'll find my way to you. I'll find my way to you. I see the stars come down and fire takes the sky. I'll find my way to you. I'll find my way to you.
Welcome back, everybody, to Tales of the Jagged Ale. I'm your host and game master, Sage Below. Tonight, we will be continuing our story in the Ravenlands. And we're going to get right into it as we left off with you guys fighting through the ruins of Blissfall, crashing through the gates, or flying over the walls through a catapult, fighting through the courtyard, getting to the portcullis, to then see a line of undead soldiers, their armor rusted, their blades cracked, and behind them, this ethereal spirit with a sword that seems to whisper in the air. Her hair is long and beautiful with this ghostly flare to it, but her face is shrouded in darkness from her hood. And her sword is pointed at all of you as she says, "Leave! Do not return! This land is ours!"
Just close the door.
Okay.
I think that's very wise, sister. Let's do that.
You have a real sour attitude. I don't like it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was the grotious.
Snails.
The undead that stand before you do not sway nor respond, but she walks forward. Her footsteps leave burn marks in the earth.
Shoot her now.
Calthane, do you know what this is?
No.
So it's not a demon?
Ghost of some sort?
Timbotin goes, "Whatever it is, we can kill it.
It's
Sure.
already dead.
Yeah.
Again, we can kill it. Yes, exactly. Yes,
I knock an arrow.
you knock an arrow.
I follow suit.
Just
I don't
subtly
think
on
anyone
my
else
side.
double tap.
Wait, I wanna ask her. Who are you? What is your name? What was your name?
He's flirting.
Good question.
Caldwin, as you ask her to hold her hand and not cut you into pieces, I would like you to actually make a manipulation roll to try and talk to her.
All right. I'm far too pretty to die.
I should give a penalty for that one.
This face was made for radio.
Oh, God.
Radio.
See competition for you, sister.
All right, manipulation,
Yes. So it's
I
going to
got-
be your empathy.
which is a 4.
Yep.
So 4 red die.
No, 4 white dice.
Oh, what do I know?
And then it's going to be your manipulation skill.
Which is a 3 red die.
Correct.
All right.
And there's no other bonuses.
Oh, bollocks.
So my war cry is no more. Is that correct?
Correct.
That's 1 bane, no successes. I'm going to push.
You're going to push.
Going to push. So
Okay.
roll the white die again, right?
Yep, I'm going to mark.
That's not a white die.
I don't like the way you said push.
Push.
It made me uncomfortable.
And you roll all the red dice too that
I'm
didn't come up with successes.
I need more sleep.
I told you that.
Eh?
Or coffee.
Oh, that's even worse. That's another bane and no,
no, it's
success.
another
Oh, no,
Bane,
that's the
no
same
successes.
bane. He accidentally rolled the bane with it, so you have to move the bane aside.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So you're gonna have to do a reroll because you rolled too many dice. Don't twist your arm.
You've got him all flustered.
How? One success.
Finally.
Okay.
So here's what happens. The fear is running through your body. Your brain is clouded. You stumble upon your words. And for a second, it feels like battle is inevitable. Until you ask her her name. And she stops for a second. And she pulls back her hood to reveal a skeleton's face. Part of the flesh is still peeling off, but it is clear that she is ethereal. That her body shimmers in the light that trickles through the ruins. And she says, I am Lady Astwin.
I'm fine.
So
I'm embarrassed too.
so much for that empathy check, am I right?
Conrad just kind of looks at the lady, then looks at them, then looks at Caldwin, and then looks at the ground.
Caldwin, nonplussed, he goes to one knee in a sweeping bow and go, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, my lady.
Going to love, for the ass wind is close.
Ass.
Would you call me?
It's
a friendly game of Forbidden Land.
Astwin. Asked.
Oh, sure.
You did ask for it.
Whatever
Yes.
you say.
Now I'm thinking it. Look what I've done.
I've never wanted to leave a combat situation so badly.
I'm going to try to make it a non-combat situation. I sweep into a bow and say, it is an honor to make your acquaintance, my lady.
You trespass upon my lands.
Any offense, I apologize sincerely. And I offer my name. I am Caldwin Hallion. Perhaps in order to make up for my transgression, I could offer you and your host a song.
Or a snail. It just doesn't really.
She pauses. Are you a minstrel?
Why, yes, I am.
She lowers her blade.
Chokes me to death.
What tales do you bring from beyond?
Oh, I bring
Ask who
tales of
wants a tale.
wonder and horror, romance and tragedy, laughter, joy. It is the lady's choice.
Would you
of what
please?
beautiful genre.
Tragedy.
Then I shall sing you a tragedy
Of a name.
of a.
Conrad steps outside.
Then I shall sing you the tragedy of the beautiful empress and her long lost forbidden love. Yeah, you can sit outside, buddy. I'm trying to save our asses here, our ass twins here.
As you pull out your instrument and
Your
start
instrument?
to play,
I'll see you in
you
hell.
notice one of the zombies, their ear falls off, and it goes and tries to pick it back up and put it back on.
I will accompany.
This is the liveliest audience I've ever had. Well said, sir. Well said. And I
This
think
is the story of a girl who turned her bones and took over the whole world.
All right, I'm gonna. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna play a song.
So you're going to have your empathy, which has been damaged by 1.
Oh.
Because you pushed. So it's going to be 3 white dice.
And then
Then you're going to do a performance roll.
just 2 red.
And now you're using the loot of the morning lily.
Damn right I am.
Okay. You're going to also get 2 additional gear dice and a D8.
D8. 2 additional get us. I only have 1. Did you get out the black die, right?
You have 3 in front of
Right
you,
in
mate.
front of you, but
Do you blind?
luckily this is not a perception check.
3 gear die?
Sister
Two.
back.
2 gear. All right. We found home.
Tough being a teacher. I know, man.
Oh, sweet hell. 2 successes and 4 banes.
Well, that's all you needed. So,
Push.
Twang.
So, the situation before you is dire, as some of your companions are beaten up from either attempting to fling themselves over a catapult, with a catapult, trying to scale the walls, or eating poisonous snails. To avoid battle, you sing with your heart, and this song's close to home to you as well.
Don't fucking kill me.
And as you sing, you pour every emotion that you can into it. The joy, the longing, the loss. Her sword lowers.
Thank you for giving me your time. We apologize for trespassing. Can someone please throw me a line?
We're not
Kelphane, perhaps you can
here
help me
to
out.
trespass. We're here to aid your people.
You know, freedom.
She raises her shoulders and says, "My people are under monsters' control. My lord lies still. My daughter gone."
Is this your daughter?
You pull up Aladi.
Yeah.
She stares, and she walks through the line of undead to get a closer look. And Aladi looks at her. Instinctively, she reaches out her hand, gently caresses the cheek with the back of her hand. And since you're the one who is touching Aladi, this is what you see. There's a moment, there's a shriek that all of you notice, right? You stand there, horrified, as you start to scream with the voice of Aladi. And as all of you watch, the vision that comes before you, Awada, is that of a flight. You see the lion's den, the great manor, flames shoot out through the windows, blood stains the walls. You're very small, about the same height you are now, but a little shorter. And you're stumbling to run as this armored knight with a clean beard and gentle eyes turns and sends his blade straight towards some creature in the shadows. You hear a hiss before the strange blood splatters against the walls. And then you see her, your mother, beautiful golden hair, her emerald eyes, fierce, but there are tears streaking down. And she holds something in her hands, and it looks like a set of armor. There are pearls all throughout the armor, and the craftsmanship is otherworldly, masterful, but there's no smith in the Ravenlands that could possibly have forged this. She keeps it tucked under her arm as with her other hand she fends off another attacker, but they don't use weapons. It seems they use claws, and a strange bile hits something. She shouts to you, "Run! Run!"
I don't want to leave you.
She kneels down before you, and she goes, "Listen to me. I will follow. You have to be a brave girl. Gilahad will protect you. Look at me. Look at me. Shh. You must go." As you are crying, another creature lunges out. This time you see its fish-like eyes filled with malice. It leaps, and your mother takes her sword and drives it through the creature's face. A tongue lolls out as the sword hits through the this part, because I forgot the name. Which is jaw. Thank you. This part right here. Through the jaw, up into the brain, and then slowly slumps to his side. She draws out her blade, and she's like, "You must run, Gilahad." Gilahad goes, "Come with me, my lady." Gilahad! He picks you up, and you start to scream as you pound against Gilahad's mail. He runs as she turns and starts screaming. It's like, "Here I am, monsters! "There I am!" And she runs in the opposite direction, and you see creatures crawling on all fours, chasing after her. They're coming out of the water. You can see some of these creatures are more fish-like, others are more human. And in the
Awada
darkness,
starts reliving it, and you see her desperately reaching as if she's flung over someone's shoulders.
and you flee into the woods. You wait for a while before Galahad goes, "Okay, come with me." He leads you back to the water, and he has a boat ready. And he goes, "In the boat. I will find your mother, but we need to get you to safety." There's a cat in the boat. And the cat just goes, "Meow."
I'm allergic.
It just rubs its head against your leg. Meow.
I don't like this at all. She gets in and she sulks.
Okay. As you do, Galahad is untying the boat. Then he stops. He instinctively reaches for his sword, but his whole body goes stiff. He turns towards the lake and looks up. And you look up. A foreboding shadow rises out of the water. There seems to be eyes all across its body.
I throw the cat at it.
Do you do it on purpose or
Yes.
in horror? Okay, and as you do, you hear a shriek, and you shriek as well. There's a blinding explosion as the cat kind of just dissipates for a second. And as you're trying to clear your eyes, before you, your hands start to wither. Your body starts to ache. You develop a hunch in your back, and you grow a little bit taller, but not too much. And you hear this blood-curdling shriek from whatever rose out of the water. It sinks back into the dark water that is only still now by some means of magic that you have no idea of. But you are no longer a little girl. Instead, a third eye has sprouted upon your head. Your body aches all over, and some terrible magic has twisted you. Galahad sits upon the shore, tearing at his face, screaming, just rolling around, going, "No! No!" Completely lost in the madness, and all you have to do is sail away, but you can't. You don't even know how to use the oars. Instead, you climb out of the boat as another creature starts to claw out of the water, and you flee into the woods. Days, months, perhaps years pass before you start to remember things. Before you return to the village. Before you stand holding a halfling's hand. When you come to Awada, Aladi is holding your hand so tightly that blood has started to drip upon the stone. She has clawed her hands into you.
You're hurting me.
She gasps as she lets go, and the ghostly figure stumbles back. And the skeletal form dissipates before you see the very similar woman stand before you.
You match the necklace with the face scratched out.
My dear girl, what has happened to you?
You didn't see the same thing I did.
Aladi just cries and points at the strange third eye. And she goes, "Mama, why didn't you come back? You promised." They embrace for a long moment as Aladi cries in her mother's arms. The undead, one of them loses its nose, just stands there, still waiting for their orders. The lady stops holding her daughter and looks to all of you. "We must speak," and beckons you in. The guards part for you.
Can I make a lore roll, please?
Yes, what are you trying to?
Trying to discern if it's a simple curse or was she infected by Mog.
Good question.
Maybe it's a bacterial infection.
Maybe it's a sinus infection.
Any modifiers or straight up?
Straight up.
I'm gonna get under the table.
Okay.
Safe under there.
You have a success. From the sounds of it, it's a mix. Perhaps at one point, Aladi had some capabilities of a sorcerer. And in her fear, drew Mog to
She had
try
a
and aid
mishap.
her. And it became a mishap. And somehow she mutated and grew a third eye. And her form might be the result of this, but there also seems to be something strange. Why has the curse worn off? Or why has she not aged?
Maybe she needs to kiss her daughter. That always fixes things.
And the curse was not from a family member
They're not that
or
kind of
someone she
different.
knows. So it was quite a strange magical occurrence.
Follow along. Stay quiet.
Okay.
Clarifying question.
Yes.
Is magic in this world, is it something you can learn or something you're born with? Or a little bit of both?
Most of the time it is something you were born with.
Okay. Couldn't remember.
You would have like a calling of the arcane. There are a few who are able to study it, but it is more of an innate ability connecting you to being able to manipulate either Mog or other magical means. Dwarves, they have the capability of learning stone singing, which is how they raise mountains. But most of the stranger magics, there's some innate ability that connects you to that, to be able to cast spells. All right, so all of you come in.
Your voice is pretty magical. I was kidding.
As you do, you see the remnants of an ancient battle. Skeletons lie upon their old weapons, and toppled pillars and broken tables lie strewn about the room. There are even corpses that have been piled in the back corner of the room that have never been buried.
Smells like a bachelor party.
Lady Astwin walks forward, and she brings out this ancient tome. The tome has two big covers that are gilded with gold and jewels. And she opens the book. Some of the pages even fall out. She blows the dust off it and offers it to all of you and says, "This is the entire account of the Vashtai family. Before its pretenders. This is also where we kept our maps of the catacombs below. I must ask, before I reveal to you its secrets, why have you come?"
Well, to fix this situation.
Timbleton goes, "We were simply exploring."
We originally came for the armor. But that was a pretense. A pretense to understand the truth.
Do you understand the truth now?
Not completely, but enough. Enough to understand that those who rule the village are the villains in this matter. And you are cursed.
And there is a creature in the lake. Something far powerful beyond any of our comprehension.
And it really likes cats.
I do not know what has taken hold of the village below, but I assure you, whatever it is a demon.
Is it?
Calthine.
I slew many that night.
Yes, did you get a good description of them?
You see her give a
Immediately
sigh,
excited.
and she gives a displeasured look at you. Must we go into details now?
It's very important to understand. I'm something of a demonologist. And if I know what types of demons they are, I might be able to rectify this problem for all of us.
The ghostly creature looks at you and says, fish-like humanoids, scales with slime that droop down, carnivorous teeth, an oversized pig nose.
Were they capable of shapeshifting?
A few took different forms. I saw one spill bile from its mouth into another.
Baby bird style.
Oh, God.
Oh,
many
these
of
lands
them?
are rubbish.
That night, there were 30 at least.
Oh.
And what servants they brought with them.
Was this during the period of the blood mist?
Yes, early in the blood mist.
Okay.
You must know how my husband lies below. I swore to protect his grave and that which he guards. I died from the wounds to reacquire his body. He was slain on that night when the creatures came. They went for the armor.
The ones who rule now, did they curse you and the others? Or is this the result of simply you could not rest because what occurred?
I could not rest. I thought my daughter dead. My people that I sworn to protect lie there in their hands, their clutches.
Did you raise these others?
Loyal soldiers, each and every one. You see, some of them still bear the surcoat of the two-headed lion. They fought with me to the last man. Each one here, their spirits were not sated until they had acquired vengeance.
Let us be the hand of vengeance. We ask that you allow us to take this armor so that one among us may wear it against these things and free your people, free you, free all of the others.
Perhaps we could feed the family to the weird thing in the lake.
I agree, had that.
Mm-hmm. Likes cats and feel like they would feed it for longer.
On
Would
the
you feed the thing
condition
that tries to kill you?
that you
Stop
keep
eating
my
me, yes?
daughter safe.
I would undo the curse that's placed upon your daughter. I sense there's some Mog involved. That I may not be able to cure. It would take some time to research. I might be able to do something with it.
Mulgul goes, I like killing demons. And
Either way,
killing demons that have infested a pretty cool town with good ale. That's a problem.
it is a problem. One where we have many people with us who come from the Alderland, who have been exiled and need a home. But they can't have a home if there's demons swimming in the water, the blood water.
Then, I believe we have an accord. You must know how the armor came into my family's possession. My husband, a noble lord that he was losing against the blood mist. There were creatures that moved through it, would eat those in the night. Despair took our village. And though most of the time it never came into homes, it started to. Bodies were found in states I cannot describe to you. But my husband became desperate, looked through old tomes, delved deep into Blissfall.
Do you still have those old tomes?
If they lie within the Blissfall's library, then yes. I do not know if they are within the lion's den, the manor.
Ah.
But I believe he was studying here. He said he went to the lake to fish in the morning to clear his head. When he returned, he came back in this armor. He said no demon could touch him. In every battle since then, it seemed true.
He went to a lake and got a suit of armor.
It was strange.
To say the least.
He kept mentioning a lady of the lake.
Wait a minute.
Was she a fish?
I doubt this.
Maybe a mere person.
Seems he lied to you.
Or made a deal.
I find that hard to believe.
You may find it hard to believe, but he may have been deceived. I can't help but wondering if this armor is connected to the very fate that has befallen your folk. I would need to look at it and examine it before anyone don it. And the books. I need the library. I need to find the tomes.
The tomes are in a deep section of the catacombs below.
May I have your permission?
You do, indeed. But I would warn you, there are creatures that have moved in there.
Beyond your ken?
Beyond my ken.
Are they demons?
Not that I am aware of.
Unfortunate.
Take a spider and multiply its size.
Oh my.
That's gonna be
We
a
don't
problem.
really need books.
And it came up from the deep earth.
Yes.
Can a spider read?
I don't believe so. It is still a spider.
That'd be crazy, though.
But there have been foolish adventurers that have
Spider
snuck
that reads.
into other ways
Nuts.
that I have found their deceased corpses.
Is it saddleable? Like, could one potentially ride a spider? How big is the spider? Could you sit on it?
Donkey.
It could be rideable, but I would advise against that.
Can we befriend the spider? Can we make it how would you put, our pal? Can we make it our friend?
We are not making a pet out of a giant spider from the
I'm not
down
saying,
under.
no, pet, that's a bad word. I'm saying friend.
It's a
That we
companion
use
of
for
the heart
benefits?
that you sit on.
No,
takes
that
you
we
places.
hang out with, and it makes us cool spider silk hammocks, and we knitted hats.
And it entertains the children.
But there's something else you must know.
I think there's a gas leak.
To find my husband's tomb, you will run into a bloodling.
Really?
Yes,
Wonderful. Oh, yes. Serious.
it is tied to his corpse.
Minstrel. My good friend,
Yes.
do I have a task for you?
Yes.
Bloodlings. Love. Song. Cheery song.
Oh, I can.
Happy song.
Then my services are yours. I know
Excellent.
many a happy song.
We're going to need those. Otherwise, they may be attracted to the more dour natures among us.
Then I shall sing of the halfling and his quest for the perfect stew.
I can wait outside.
But first we have to deal with this spider.
It is on the opposite end of the tomb.
Well, with your permission, let us descend into the catacombs.
Very well. Yes.
Before we go into the catacombs, do you have anything perhaps that you're not particularly attached to? I mean, I'll find something that you're not particularly attached to anyway. But if you're not particularly attached to something right now, my bag is hungry and it could use it.
She needs a reward.
She points to a half-eaten corpse on the ground.
No.
How much value was he to you?
Not much.
Do you have anything slightly shiny? Like, what if I were to
song
pluck
for
a
this.
pearl from the armor? Would that be
no.
bad?
I don't think you could.
Okay, if I find thingies in your house and take them, is that okay?
One item.
One handful. Thank you so much. You're
I
very
specifically
pretty.
said one
One
item.
At a time.
Okay, so, okay.
That's how Johnny Cash
Right.
built his Cadillac.
What is she wearing right now? Is she wearing
She's
anything
wearing
shiny?
it's ethereal plate armor that is upon her body. And the other thing you notice is her sword is material.
No jewelry. Boring.
She's dressed for battle.
No sparklies.
I know she's queen.
I will take one item.
Very well.
Thank you.
May I make a lore roll on all the things that we've just been exposed to see if there's any way of combating the spider and other things other than music?
I would say, so are you looking at the bloodling or the spider?
Yeah, there's a
Bloodling, spider, and the sea creatures, the things that I witnessed in the vision.
Choose one of those, and I'll have you make a lore roll for that one.
You need separate lore rolls. For each.
All right. I will go with the spider.
Okay, so you may make a lore roll, learning about giant spiders.
Was the other thing?
Apparently
Did you
they're
say
from
blood
Mars.
nymph?
Bloodline.
Giant spiders
Okay.
are giant. Do you wish to push? You hurt yourself a little bit because the thinking of a giant spider is disturbing. But you've read some fairy tales as well as other legends about giant spiders, including the ones that cannot possibly be true, where riders from Chermog would ride upon their backs with dark lances during the battles in the Alder Wars, creations of Zytera. Most giant spiders are native to the land and try to stick to dank and dark forests or deep underground. But they have since they can only really hunt animals and humans, they tend to be their prey.
Okay. May I now roll for the bloodling?
Yes. Wow, success. They arrived after the demon flood. Not much is really known about them, only that for 300 years they plagued the land. It was called the Blood Mist, and it was not known except for very few that the Blood Mist was actually a mass of these creatures that fed off of people.
And the last thing, the water creatures that I saw in my vision.
Okay. No successes. Do you wish to push? No successes. Whatever these things are, they are probably natives of Bloodwater. You're not sure.
Okay, thank you.
Conrad. Once you
He's,
freed your mind.
yeah.
Well, he's.
What?
Wait,
May
you're
I
Conrad.
try and? Oh.
Question for you.
What?
The Red Runners.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. What? Yes.
The Red Runners. That was their purpose. They could move unimpeded through the blood mist. That's where I first encountered them.
Are you asking me if that's where I encountered them?
I'm curious.
I'm having a really hard time focusing right now.
Not a problem. I'm curious
Yes.
about your relationship with the Red Runners.
They kept me around as more of a novelty, I would say.
Mogul goes, "You're a Red Runner, but you're human."
Right.
Yes.
He gets in your face. "Let me make it clear to you. If you think to enslave my people again, I'll put my fucking head through yours."
He's not a red runner. He is a holy knight of worm.
What he said.
He was.
I'm in between gigs right now. Okay. I'm on this whole quest of identity. I did. This is a whole thing. I saw a face in a fire. Didn't like that. Nope.
Face?
Nope. Sometimes if I'm looking at a candle, I'll see it again.
Find
Like
home,
that.
Conrad.
Yeah. Nope.
Did he eat any of the snails? Maybe you're a goblin.
What I can tell you
So
is
the
that
Red Runners didn't share anything of use to you that we could use here.
sage would they have?
I would say you need to do a laurel.
Okay.
So, Cody, Conrad, with his lore, will need 3 white dice.
Can I have a lore roll just for my knowledge of the bloodlings?
Yes, you can.
I give him 3 white dice.
All right, so we'll have Cody roll first, and then
No
I will have you roll, Kelthane.
No successes, no bans.
Do you wish to push?
No, that I feel like this kind of tracks for what they would have told me.
Okay.
So I wasn't with them long enough for them to
Conrad can't seem to remember.
Okay, I'm gonna make my roll.
Yes. 2 successes.
I was hoping you could confirm something. Copper. Copper weapons harms them, yes? You don't seem to recall. Maybe they didn't share it with you, but
Can I make a specific lore roll for that?
When he mentions copper, you remember something that Yanshara said to you. She sat on a stone, and she had 2 daggers. One as a backup weapon, and another made completely of copper. And you asked, why copper? And she looked at you and said, there are creatures in this world that can only be harmed by it.
I can confirm that information. Yanshar, the woman that when you and I met, she was the one in charge. She told me something along those lines. There are some creatures in this world that can only be harmed by that substance.
Good. Our sky metal knives, you may remember, had a copper added to them. We can use those against the bloodlings. Should it come to it, I hope to converse with them and convince them otherwise that it's unnecessary. Bloodlings are misunderstood, you see. They're not monsters like you understand it. It's really people's own fault if they get torn apart by them.
Can you actually reason with the bloodling, or are they just going to try and consume you at the end of the day?
They can be reasoned with. You have to present a very positive face to them. Fear they will smell, and they will seek to alleviate that fear, free you of that fear and despair. Usually, that means opening you up so they can escape.
Have you ever interacted with one of them before?
Yes.
How long ago?
I can't remember the last time I spoke to my cousin.
What?
Yeah, I would argue that Kelthane is unendingly positive.
Yes.
So the bloodlings are the least of my concern. The spider. That I've never dealt with before. But I would think, remember the oil that we found in those barrels? I think we should gather some of that oil. Not all of it. Some of it.
And oil up the spider.
And we can use it to make some flaming arrows that we can use against the spider. Most notably the webs is what I'm concerned about. Spiders and webs getting stuck in a web sounds like a bad idea.
I believe
Be
they're
cocooned
flammable.
by a spider is a terrible idea.
So we have to rub each other
be the
in
worst thing
oil
we
so
don't
we're
do.
slick.
Oh no.
Do you need rubbing
No,
assistance?
we're not covering ourselves in oil. We'd be flammable.
Okay. But then we can wiggle out of the webs. I can help certain people.
Christelle, you have experience in sieges. How about we make some arrows? Pitch would be ideal that we could anoint some arrows with.
The catacombs. One thing before we even start that. How large are they? Or is it a lot of narrow passageways, or is there a lot of open areas?
Also, is there a lot of wood that could catch fire?
That too.
Mostly made of stone. There is some wood. Some of the tombs of the servants were made of wood.
Are there other ways of escaping?
If there
Or is it just
are,
a one-shot tunnel?
If the spider came in, there must be ways in.
If there are, they are unknown to me. There was a secret passage long ago that we used in case of siege to escape. But I am not one to flee from battle. This is my home.
If we set
any of-
fire to the tombs, would that put your, I gesture at her host, would that put them to rest, or would that doom them if their tombs are destroyed?
You could collapse the entire castle upon you.
But would that, what I'm asking, oh, trust me, I'm aware that we could collapse the entire castle. Risk of the trade.
LFG.
I'm asking if we burned down the tombs, would that doom you and yours to a full eternity of undeath?
I am not sure. Though I know my purpose still upon this world is to slay those that have wronged me.
I think the only thing I would like to think about if we're going to play with fire underground is smoke.
No.
I agreed. But I'm thinking we're not going to play with too much of it. Just the arrows. I mean, I can't see us setting everything on fire, and certainly not using entire barrels. We would choke ourselves to death. But a few arrows lit by torches shouldn't harm us.
Kelthane, you are darkly whimsical.
You're
Sharks.
dimsicle.
Dimsical?
I know you have the power to harm. Do you have the power to heal? I'm not well.
Who are you talking to?
Whoever can help me.
I've already helped you. You need to rest.
Go holds out this water sack. Orc medicine.
Finest-
medicine, boy.
Okay. She drinks it.
Okay.
Tastes
You
like
explode.
snails.
I'll make a medicine roll. I made it myself.
Yeah, fermented it.
I think it's his sweat pouch.
Ugh.
Yeah, that was his sweat pouch. You got pranked.
Oh, the slash bag, huh?
I guess there was too many mushrooms in there.
Well, maybe we take a rest before we descend. It'll take us a little bit to prepare the arrows.
Offlena also nods and she goes, my wounds need tending.
If you would mind, my lady, if we could use some of your chambers for a rest.
She nods and says, my guards will keep watch. And they all rest tonight.
Oh, goody.
Let us do so.
You have
Just-
my hospitality of what remains.
Tristera, come with me. Let's get some of that pitch and oil
Very good.
to make some of the arrows. The rest of you rest. Then when you're done, we'll take our turn.
All
Shall we
right, so
try
for
and
the
bring in the slapper?
pitch and arrows that you're trying to make, one of you please make a crafting roll.
What's your crafting?
I'm good at crafting.
0, but I have 5 to my
Ask the zombie if
strength.
you
So
Are you good at
I'm a
crafting?
crafty
Zombie
girl.
guy.
Want to
feel
come
like-
with us? Help
Yes.
us make some of these arrows?
Oh yes,
yeah, I've got 5 dice for
but
it.
I need someone to do me a favor. Find me something shiny or something big or anything,
something big and
please.
shiny?
Something big. If you can find me big and shiny. You.
He offered too.
I know. I like ammo. He's so
Explosive.
he's so expendable.
I feel
You
like
liked
this
him
is-
like that though.
I do.
So
Please, somebody find me something right now as I go make arrows.
here's what I will rule. There's nothing that seems to be of value of what you need. You need to make a scouting roll during this quarter of the
I will
day.
assist
So
you.
I will craft first and
Okay.
then scout.
I'll give you whatever +1.
Hey.
All right, you're
There we
crafting.
go.
So, Adrana, though you're frustrated about not being able to find anything shiny, you do manage to find some pitch.
What'd you call it?
And you also found some oils back up. The pitch is what you need.
Is this what you want? Okay. Now I'm going to go look for me things now. I'll be
Okay,
back.
bless you.
And if I don't come back, don't come find me. I'll just need another hour to fix things
Okay.
about stuff.
I'm okay, yeah. Thank you, though.
All right. You come to a part of the castle, and lying underneath
we're not doing
rubble seems to be 3 gold pieces and a small box.
Huh. It's a fortune.
In the
I
box
poke
is a dead fish.
The box.
As you poke the box, it goes.
Mine.
You throw the box in the backpack. I need you to make a strength roll.
Really happy.
You can't have it go
stealing the
ma 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 ma.
Is
It's
might
the
what you
friendship
want?
box.
Yes, please.
I have no, very little might.
So the creature starts to rupture out of the box. Before you even have time, you just stick it in the backpack. You hear something squish in it, and the backpack, as it starts to rumble, stops.
Ah, we are good. We are safe. We are good. Everything is right. Oh, it's oozing.
That is the easiest way to
That's
get a
okay.
Oh no, she stored jam in the bag.
Because I can't take all the gold. I can only take one thing.
you say
Those
it's all
are her
jammed up?
gold. But I can take the squishy loud box.
Yep.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay, you come back, and there's this foul odor around her backpack.
Are you well, sister?
I found a box and it yelled at me, and I kept it.
I gotta get out of this castle.
You found a box that yelled at you?
Yeah.
And obviously has
It
an
started
aroma.
to grow and go meh, 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 meh,
What is
but
it?
I was stronger and I just shoved that thing in and closed the bag and the bag ate it like it always does.
What is
Like
that
it always does.
Very well then.
It is my bag and you can't have it.
Well, he might. It's a courtship.
Unless you want to go in
Sage.
the bag. Ooh.
Yes.
When you have a moment. Would Conrad have known that the Red Runners were slaver people?
So, you know this. The reason why orcs keep talking to you about being enslaved is that at one point in history, orcs were servants of elves.
Okay.
And the Red Runners are specifically an elven organization.
Okay.
So they associate the Red Runners with slavery because they were enslaved by elves. The elves say they were made for the service of the elves and their desires, but the orcs called it enslavement.
Racist.
That's fair. I never, would I have been, seeing any of this?
You haven't seen anything of this because the orcs have freed themselves.
Okay.
After many, many years of war between humans, elves, and dwarves, the orcs were kind of the brutes used as weapons by the elves.
Okay.
When the wars subsided and the demon flood was unleashed upon the Ravenlands, orcs found freedom. They made their own freedom, either carved it through blood, or they were able to desert and make their own clans.
Cool.
But since you are all resting, you may now make rest rolls, so you can recover everything.
Okay. What do I roll for the rest roll? Just
Nothing. You just regain all your any damage. Empathy.
My empathy is back up to Schwoy.
And should we make rolls for food and
Yes.
Swifty.
Food
do you
and water.
find the
So
rest?
you need to roll.
No, I won't.
Yeah, I'm good.
Where are you?
I got D12s on my
Look at
sheet.
that. Jeez, folks. Great rolls.
You need to roll a d12 and a d12, I believe.
And I'll just roll D12 twice.
What do I need to roll?
10.
2
Okay.
D12s.
Roll again.
While people are eating,
All right, you're good.
Let me see that D12.
If
Like-
anyone used arrows, please roll for your arrows as well.
I
Cody
don't
rolled a 5?
remember if I did.
For the
Cody's
first.
good.
Only
And
you did.
then
I don't
Fine.
think I did. I
He's
think
good?
I just used the catapult.
he's
You
always good.
used the
It's a 1 or a
catapult. You
2,
used
right?
arrows. I didn't.
Yeah.
One or
Okay,
two.
I just
Okay,
launched
good.
Colby. That was my arrow.
Wait,
Well,
what?
I use
I just
the
launched through.
Oh,
the
yeah.
big thing. While people are having dinner, though, I would like my character to perform.
Sure. What are you trying to perform?
Happy songs. There are bloodlings around.
A happy ending to star-crossed lovers who were cursed. Kind
Okay.
of encouraging the three-eyed woman to not give up on the cat killer.
Interesting. Okay. So here's what I would like you to do. Performance roll. Wow. 4 successes.
Whoa.
So
I love happy
this
endings.
performance
gonna
is
push.
beautiful.
You're pushing.
Yes, before I go to bed.
6 successes.
I love
That
the love
is
story.
incredible.
No Banes?
Here's
No
what
Banes.
here's
No
what I'm
Banes.
going to rule. Due to your performance, everyone gains a point of willpower.
Yeah.
Cool.
Me too.
I will take
You too.
Gotta take a pencil.
It
Well,
is
that's
a
awesome.
once in a lifetime performance. I do not have pencils.
You didn't bring pencils,
I
but
did
you
not.
brought the toy catapult.
I remember the important things.
And they all live
How much willpower
happily.
do I
Oh,
have?
Can you
wait,
fly out a pencil?
wait, wait.
Thank you.
Take mine. Take
Oh,
mine.
never mind,
take
we're good.
mine. Oh boy, he's gonna take my pencil.
Did you lick it first?
Thank you, Goblin.
This is awful.
He touched it. I know.
Willingly.
Everyone gains a point of willpower.
Yes.
And loses a point of wits.
That's usually how it goes. All right. Morning comes.
Oh, I'm
There's
in
a
morning,
thick
all right.
fog over the castle.
Should we check
you
for
are.
breakfast?
What about second break?
You could go and hunt if you wish.
I know. The food rations you want us
No
to check.
escargot.
No, we do it at the end of the day.
Okay.
There's a thick fog over Blissfall Castle, and if you peer out one of the holes within the walls, you actually see Bliss, the flower that just sways within the wind, its blue petals having the morning dew upon it. You see the stairs leading down into the catacombs below. Timbleton, Mulgul, and Offlina look at you and ask, "Do you want us to stay up here?"
Yes.
Yes.
You have a bad hat.
Aladi goes, "I wish to stay here as well."
You should.
Timbleton says, "May your bless you all." Except
would
you, I
like
don't like you,
your
but
lucky
bless
hat.
you too.
What do you mean you don't like him?
Just how do we do on arrows? How many do we have?
I have none. From the crafting, we have how many?
Each,
How would you roll?
you can get a d6 die of arrows.
Enough for one who has a great aim. I do not use a weapon of that type.
Well,
Are you
let's
a
see how
master
many we
marksman?
have. We give them
Master?
to you
No.
and you.
I'm very good at shooting things with bows.
I invented archery.
I will let one of you decide what to do with these arrows. Now, be nice.
Split them evenly if we can.
Well, then they won't be any useful. She can get the butt end, and I'll get the pointy end, though.
No, not that way. she's okay.
Sticking with the pointy end.
One for me, one for you. Two for you, two for me. See, this is how we make it fair.
What?
3 for you, 1, 2, 3 for me. Oh, that's done.
I don't trust you. You use funny words to confuse me.
No, those are normal words.
Can we make her a D4 of arrows?
There is no d4 in this system.
Darn it.
Well,
You want some sort of pyramid-shaped S? What, you some sort of
I don't know.
sicko?
Hey, stop
Yes.
stealing. This is why I take more, because I know what you're doing.
That's why I steal, because I know you took more.
as you guys fight over
can't
your
be helped.
arrows, are you
can't be
ready
hurt,
to
though.
descend down into the tomb?
As
Out of character
everybody.
question. How
Yes.
many arrows are we adding?
A d6. So if you don't have any arrows, it's a d6. If you already have arrows, you can increase it by 1 die.
Right.
Thank you. Okay.
So if it's a d8, it goes to the d10.
D10.
Perfect.
I forgot it was the twins that were our range fighters.
Careful, I can shoot you in the
Forgot
back,
about that.
but
I
I'm
thought
short,
someone
so it'll
else
just
here
be in
could
the
use a
butt.
bow.
Then you have the woman's last name.
I'm going to light
I
a
mean,
torch
arrows
in
in
one
your head,
hand.
bud. What's wrong?
No, you don't need that. I go first.
You have a torch?
I don't need one.
We do. We can't see in the
Yeah, but the
darkness.
spider will see you.
Well, it's
It's a
going to
risk we
see
have
us.
to
It's
take.
going to sense
Spiders
us
can't
anyways
see.
to the fact it's a
We
spider.
can all
and
hold a rope.
we're not holding a rope.
But we
We're
can't.
lighting
I was thinking
torches or
me.
we're blind.
You also have 8 eyes.
We're not fighting without being able to see.
You have dinky eyes, you know that?
We've talked about
I'm
these
lighting a
things.
torch.
Okay.
I'm gonna sing a positive song as we go down the top. Yeah, what's the spider gonna do? Hear me?
The itsy bitsy
No,
spider went up the water
We're not playing the
spout.
music for the spider. We're
Oh,
playing
right.
it for the bloodlings.
Yeah, then I will keep
Down
my
came
loot
the
away.
rain and
We're
washed the spider out.
hunting the
You're being looted
Yes,
in the morning
the
still
spider.
right now, okay?
we're hunting
Out came the,
the
sun
spider.
and it dried up all the rain.
You and
And
your
the
weird
itsy
song.
We
bitsy
decided.
bloodlings got to play again.
Okay.
Maybe
Maybe
the
for you,
spider
not
likes
for
to
me.
dance.
Woo.
Oh, it's 8 legs.
So
Oh, it's a tap dance.
you climb
Oh,
down
that
the
would be
stairs,
noisy.
and before you is a rubbled entrance with an ancient door. Carved into the door are depictions of people actually taming lions and riding them into battle.
Sick.
Is it this? It's 15 feet wide.
Correct.
We cannot see the door. Is it imagination?
You
door
need to
like-
open the door. I
Oh,
have
that
learned
door.
that you can click on the door when your character's next to it and you can open it.
You
And-
cannot take this action while the game is currently paused.
Now you can open it. It is
Time was
unpaused.
frozen.
You're going. That's
Is
the
he
door you
God?
came from.
Oh, then we need to go this way.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. A new door.
This is my favorite part of this game is
Okay.
it's the maneuvering of all the icons around on the screen.
As you open the door, a circular room is revealed before you. 4 pillars, perimeter, an ancient monolith.
Yeah, you can.
Scribed upon it in an old form of the written language that you can loosely translate says, "Here lie the royalty of the 2-headed lion. May their warriors and lineage lie in peace. Hearken, fools, those that trespass shall meet a terrible end."
Yeah, we're in the right place.
Adrona, stop spinning around.
Someone keeps rotating counterclockwise.
She can't get to the door.
It's like we're all going down we're all like walking down, and then there's just the goblin spinning like she's in a microwave.
She really likes the itsy bitsy spider.
I feel like dancing.
I want to
watch
make
it.
sure to look up.
I look up always because I'm short.
I want to know how much the heads argued.
Don't zoom out, zoom in.
Anyone else?
We got you a new one. What did you
Over there. Why do you have the spins?
What's going on? What's happening?
Everything is so
The
far
snails
away.
are delayed response.
You have to click
You've been
off
drinking
your
tonight,
token,
ma'am?
I did.
and then you have to.
It won't unclick her.
Do you need?
Oh my god, it keeps happening.
Do you want my mouse?
Just close the door. Just leave them
Reboot.
in that area.
I will help move you.
There we go.
The issue is everything is so far away. I don't know who's me.
can't
Zoom in.
It won't let me. That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
Reboot.
Is this the marching order you guys would like?
One second.
She's having a real problem.
I'm refreshing to try again.
Now this is the real American Revolution.
Make sure that's the marching order
was
you guys
stupid.
want as I figure out what's going on.
Jimmy,
yes,
please put any
arrange
technical difficulties
people.
music at this
I
point.
just spent so
Actually, I would be behind.
I have an answer
You
for
had your token selected.
but I kept clicking off and it was
Right, but
unclick.
you kept clicking back on your token. You're
You click her and then you
to
click
zoom
on
in.
her and she
Listen.
doesn't stop.
Listen. To
Now,
zoom
a word
in
from our sponsors.
We don't have
number
it.
pad page up.
Thank you for listening.
Number pad
page
page
up.
up.
We need to like get you home.
Yeah.
We don't know what you mean.
All right.
See over here, this page up, number 9. Page down, number 3.
Look at
Okay.
that.
And then you can zoom in.
I think that just moved me on top of somebody.
Yes, you have now merged with.
Get off me, goblin! Get off me!
Carry me into battle. I knew I tripped.
No, I tripped.
My giant bag.
Oozing all over me.
Oh god, no, she's feeding Caldwin to it.
Swooning.
As the goblin has
Down in
trouble,
place.
as she gets caught in some rope and starts spinning, you guys
I
all
said
come into the
spoon, not
circular
hit him with
room.
a spoon.
You can see that a lot of the pottery and ancient artifacts have been smashed or destroyed.
What is this here in the center?
That is the monolith.
Open it. Oh, I mean, kick it.
Monolith.
Is it blue?
Yes, it has a little glow to it.
Oh, it's got LEDs.
Where did that come from?
A very talented jeweler.
Are there any runes or markings, or is it smooth?
Yes, it's a warning to those who would trespass upon the tomb.
We're not.
Monolith.
This message
We were
on the wall
invited.
is from Stanley Kubrick. Laugh at my jokes.
No.
Is everybody in the room?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Everyone has entered the room.
I look at the monolith.
Conrad enters the
What
room.
I said
Caldwin
before
enters the room.
is written
Conrad
upon the
enters Caldwin.
monolith.
We have the door to the north.
So,
And this
as you
is
get
west.
closer, you realize that the glow is the runes themselves have been etched with magic.
Oh.
I trace them with my finger, hoping to get magic.
You touch the runes?
Yeah.
I need you to make a wits roll.
Oh no.
Stupid is as stupid does.
Then
And
we can
stupid
click on your token.
dies.
You are incredibly lucky. As you touch the runes, your mind feels like a spear went through it. But you stumble, hit your head, and as you do, whatever was happening stops.
Who's playing a gong?
Water.
Probably shouldn't touch things we don't understand.
I'm
Well,
with
then how do you
Kelvin.
learn to understand them if you don't touch them?
You
Don't touch it if you
observe.
don't understand our mighty
Observation
words from the
first.
demonologist.
You observe first.
I looked at it.
You just lick it.
Looked at
I
it,
did.
Did you
Gather
lick it?
information.
I didn't lick it. Your turn.
No, I watched you do it. Yeah, you're
Caldwin,
stupid.
you lick it.
It doesn't look like a
Conrad,
snail.
you lick it.
Are they
Okay.
Maha runes?
They are.
I don't like it anymore, even though it's a pretty blue.
Can I sense the nature of the magic?
Yes, you can. As you look upon the runes, you realize that this would have ripped the mind from the body and permanently scar whoever touched the runes. In game terms, they would suffer a permanent mental injury.
Okay.
So nothing really changed then.
A little bit of dream damage.
Ooh.
I'm quite accustomed to that, actually.
Oh no.
So,
To the door, to the passage, Kelthane.
do I get a sense that the magic of the runes is somehow connected to anything else other than the monolith itself?
You're not sure. Probably if there were other runes inscribed upon objects or tombstones, best be avoided.
So there's wards.
Can I make a lore roll since I just experienced it?
You won't be able to really gain anything else from a lore roll. Anything that Kelthane knows about is kind of what you will be able to gain from.
Okay.
I have sense magic.
Yes.
Everybody, make sure we do not touch any webs, because that's how spiders feel you coming. I know because I once went into a tarantula pit.
You sure it wasn't the fact that you were just in the pit that let them know you were there?
No, she was trying to make me a new instrument.
Is the bag the tarantula?
The bag is the bag, and you shouldn't ask questions.
You have too many secrets, and I'm nervous.
Fistero,
It's fun,
Have a
the hair is
preference
so
of
big, it's
direction?
full of secrets.
Go through the doorway.
by all means.
Okay. As you touch the door, some runes light up.
Don't lick them.
I need you to make a might roll.
Oh, yeah.
I do want to bring up something that spiders usually don't open doors.
Well, they could. They could
Which is why we're going around. I want to try and find the other entrances, but first let me see if my character's...
Typically open doors.
Might roll?
Yes, please.
Okay. There we go.
3 successes.
Nice.
So what happens is the
Horrifying
door
image.
becomes like quicksand, and your hand slips through it,
Bloop.
and you actually have to pull away, and the door ripples for a moment, and then you go still, and then the illusion dissipates.
Kelthane, I thought you were good at detecting stuff like this. And he smiles.
Everyone has a different acumen when it comes to sorcery. Mine is demons.
So
Good to know,
not the
actually.
demon door.
This is some type of sorcery that I'm not familiar with.
Ah, yes, the sucking wall.
If it was blood magic, I'd have a better
Just call
understanding
it a
of it.
glory hole.
How powerful
Yeah,
would an individual have to be to do something like that?
He said
I
the
take out my
second.
lute and I start playing loudly so I can't hear any of you.
Good
She's
choice.
stupid. I think the
Okay.
rune's stupid in her.
Do I see any spider come
Stupid.
crawling down, attracted to the vibrations of the air? And the music playing?
Are there
Wow.
are there like smaller?
No.
spiders?
Instead, as you play the music,
Play that.
you specifically get a familiar feeling. Something that you have not felt in a very long time.
Love.
My cousins.
Spider love.
It was just a bunch of babies with
I will-
spider heads
I
and
will
spider
un-
arms.
Unsheath
Terrifying.
my sky metal dagger, just in case. Sometimes things don't go always as you hope.
The second Kelthane draws his dagger, I sheath my spear and draw mine.
No. Your dagger, my friend.
Yeah, no, I
Cudwell.
sheath my spear and draw
sheath
mine.
your spear.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
misunderstood.
Yep, you're good.
Chopsticks or heart and soul?
Silence.
Chopsticks or heart and soul? Heart and soul.
Happy music.
Happy music.
Conrad thinks positive thoughts.
Okay. You try to put everything out of your mind, Conrad. I need a wits roll, please.
There are no positive thoughts in Conrad's mind.
You know?
I need to check how
Conrad,
many wits you
make-
have.
3 white dice is what you got.
Hang on, that's 2. That's 3.
Guys, I'm going to do so good. Watch. Don't laugh at me. Just watch.
You got
One
a success.
That's all you needed.
Yay! I did so good.
You took the advice of Kelthane and start to put yourself in a position where you can relax. Let the positive moments of your life flow through your body. And you feel some joy as you move through this terrible, dark tomb.
I think Conrad thinks about when him and Caldwin were kids and they would go to like dances that their parents would host. I think that's what he thinks about.
You specifically remember the time as you and Caldwin were trying to escape a guard after you pulled a prank on one of the nobles. And the poor guard had shit pour down upon his face as one of the servers was emptying the chamber pots. It was a good time.
That was a good one. That was a good one. Remember the other time where we put goat shit in that god's pockets?
I do.
Yeah.
Same guy.
Yeah. He beat the shit out of me.
You have to be faster, brother.
Can I communicate with them somehow?
Them as in the thing you sensed?
Yes.
You can attempt to, since you have some experience. I would say if you do a successful lore roll, you'll be able to communicate with it.
Okie dokie.
2 successes. How do you wish to communicate?
Through emotion, through feeling, right? To evoke a sense of kinship and that I mean no harm and that we must pass through this place and to leave those with me alone.
So as you invoke these feelings, you get a reply. And it is a feeling of wanting, a feeling of sadness. And you're being pulled in the direction down here.
One moment. Hold on. Could you ping again, please?
I am attempting to. The game is fighting against me.
I see it.
Yes, there you go. Right down there. You're being pulled in that direction.
I will walk over. If I can. There we go.
There you go.
On corridor.
You get another feeling. Safe. Homely. Comforting.
I look to Tristero. Which way?
You've head that way. I trust you in this area now. Let's go.
Okay.
I try to concentrate on how I would imagine a giant spider, and see if they might. Have you seen this thing before? I vocalize that.
It has this reply, and you get something more of a sense of fear, darkness, and then like your body feels like it's lying on the earth.
All right. I'm going to proceed down the corridor.
Okay.
Single file. Just don't like it.
It's a narrow corridor. Along the walls, you see ancient mosaics, one of a dragon curling around a tower, and there seems to be a great warrior woman with a battle axe charging forward. Another mosaic turns into a cavalry charge. Men dressed in mail with the coat of the two-headed lion, their open helms and plumes just catching the wind as their lances drive through strange-looking demonic creatures. And then one mosaic tells a story that you recognize. A man, Zygofer, shaking the hands of one of the lords. Before, as you move down the hallway, Zygofer pointing angrily from his fortress in Bond, down at the family as 2 riders flee as a host of misgrown chase.
Failures indeed. And keep going. Ooh, wait, crossroads.
Indeed. You continue down, and the pictures change, and you see more and more of the mosaics. And at one point, this tomb was probably well kept. You do see sconces along the wall where servants probably lit them.
I'm going to take a step back. When I spied a statue up here,
Yes.
it's a dead end. Oh, that has all the feelings of a trap.
Another one.
Yes.
When I look at the pictures and paintings, does it trigger any stories or warnings or legends? Can I make a lore roll for
Yes,
that?
you may make a lore roll. 2 successes. So, one of the legends that you clearly recognize is that of Zygofer. Zygofer was a lord that took control of parts of the Ravenland, and he is known as the greatest terror. He's probably old and feeble now, and you've heard of the dark ritual that he performed with his daughter to extend his life, his study of demonology. The Rust brothers are loyal to him, or at least one sect of Rust brothers is loyal to him.
Any clues in the paintings of stories that I have yet to learn?
You see one of the maiden with the battle axe against the dragon. And from what you can tell is that this maiden is fighting one of the children of Skarne.
New story.
Mother of dragons.
Oh. Okay, thank you.
Okay. What do you do?
Well, at this crossroads, I'm concerned about the statue. I passed that to Tristero. It's unusual for a corridor to end at a statue. I suspect a trap.
Projectile, perhaps.
Perhaps.
I'm okay. If you want me to, I can hold my shield up and allow you guys to pass, then come in at the rear, just to be safe.
You move forward, we'll switch positions.
Yep. So I'll move up, and where the statue is, I'm going to just move up once and then just ready the shield.
I'll take
just
this
in
position
case.
over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get a feeling from the bloodling. Again, home, down towards the south. But then you get a sense of fear when you get close to the door.
Okay.
My character continues to look at this ceiling and anything coming behind us. Like she's looking back and forth, very nervous.
Is the door covered in any of the runes?
Upon closer inspection, yes. And if you make a successful lore roll, you can figure out how to disarm the spell.
Okay.
Failure, you could still disarm it, but will require a point of willpower as you're casting a spell.
Okay. I have the spell magic seal. Does that allow me to undo?
I believe it allows you to create them, but if it's already created, I think you need to make a roll.
Gotcha.
That's going to be my rolling. But since you have the spell magic seal, I will allow you to get a +1 modifier since you...
For
No.
my lore roll, you mean?
Yes,
Okay.
since you know magic and understand how it works.
Magic seal.
Yes.
There you
3
go.
successes. How the trap activates is the runes are asking questions. And they're asking for you to answer them before entering. And only those akin to sorcery are able to scribe the answer. And the question that is asked before you, what does fire exhale?
Smoke.
And you write the Maha rune of smoke, and the door opens before you.
Speak, friend, and enter.
What in the world
Oh!
Those eggs?
Oh, what?
are those candles?
Oh, those candles? They're not eggs?
Those are candles.
I'll take candles over eggs.
Kelthane,
Different
what
game
is...
for a room filled with eggs.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Is actual treasure here?
yes, there is.
Oh.
I want the long. What is that? Is that some sort of figure
Is that a
standing in there?
bloodling?
It's got a
It is.
long neck.
It is a
So, as you
bloodling.
enter the room,
I sheath the dagger and hold my hands up, except for the torchicles.
We
Okay.
can't go in.
you
Trotero's in the way.
just arrows blocking the door.
Get me with Tristero.
There you go.
You enter another circular room, this time with
Face
gilded pillars on each side of the room. And the pillars have gold carvings of lions eating dragons upon them. Around the room, you see candles lit, circling each pillar. The wax has pooled at the bottom of the cracked stone. And another thing you notice is that on the east and the west side of the circular room is a pile of treasure. The treasure is overflowing. And then a staircase leads up to a grand tomb. And this tomb has more of the Egyptian flavor where they painted the outside of the sarcophagi. And it actually has a painted stone of what seems to be a man, probably in his mid-50s, with a nice trim beard and a sword laid across his chest. And then a red mist forms at the bottom of the stairs. It circles like a miniature cyclone before finally revealing its hideous form. I will put up a bigger display.
And that's your bias.
Yes.
I support that bias.
Get a more open mind, bro.
Cody, to better describe it to you, it's a humanoid figure of a crimson variety.
Isn't she?
And
Gorgeous.
its mouth is circular with this hideous jagged teeth. And its arms are like long blades. And its legs are narrow and their feet are fine points that they don't really walk upon, more drift.
You know, maybe don't need that open of a mind.
I'm going to approach the
Kind of giving
blood
the vibe
lane.
of a hollow from Bleach.
Okay.
Ew.
As you do, it looks at the dagger and you see
I have sheath of it.
you feel calm, relaxed, welcomed.
We are Mark.
The creature feels a sense of community. You feel it too.
How long have you been here?
You feel the weight of ages, centuries.
You bound to this place?
You feel chains.
No. They bound you here to protect the treasure. Cruel. Unnecessary.
You feel confused.
Can I see if there's a binding rune here? Something, maybe the pillars, the candles?
There's no runes. Your sense magic does not sense any other magic except the door that was guarded.
Aren't you free to go?
You feel loss,
And you don't know
sorrow.
your way back. Would you come with me?
You still feel loss, sorrow, and a scent.
What was the last one?
A scent.
I could lead you out. We could lead you out.
You feel a sense of understanding. The body turns of the bloodling and looks up towards the tomb. And again, you feel the loss, the pain.
Yes. Well, that will end. We're here to relieve that. But there might be others that require you to free them.
It turns. A sense of curiosity overcomes you.
There are others like us that cause that loss and that despair. We should free it together.
A sense of duty and companionship.
Yes. Equals, I say to it.
It shifts again, and this entire time it hasn't said any words. It seems like Kelthing speaks to this silhouetted creature in a way that none of you could be able to communicate with it. It then turns back towards you, and you get this sense of a desire to help, but still sadness. and then raises its scythe-like arm and points towards
The tomb.
the tomb.
Oh no. I think there's an undead in there. And it's keeping him here. He can't alleviate his feeling of loss, perhaps.
Do we have to kill the already dead husband?
And you explain that a curse is here, keeping the loss. We have to end the curse, and then it can be free of this.
You get a sense of great sorrow, trapped anger.
Yes, I understand. But we're here to free it. And you know how we free these things, yes?
A sense of confusion overcomes you.
Would you mind, I point to it, to open that?
A sense of worry, then a sense of agreement.
Yeah, I'm going to Tristero. I could use a backup on this. And Conrad, you might want to be ready too.
Will it, and I gesture to the bloodling, let me get close to it?
That understands what I'm trying to do here.
Your cousins are very strange, and I'll sheath the dagger and...
Wits roll due to your bias.
Remember
good.
this.
You need to control
Yeah.
your character's bias as he's approaching the bloodline.
Totally makes sense.
I start
Remember-
playing a happy dance tune.
Remember this.
Success. Despite the chill that covers your entire body, despite every sense of training telling you to slay it and be done with it, you decide to trust Kelthane. And a thought appears in your head. As you approach Kelthane, you see an older man. He sits upon a white throne with serpents carved throughout it. And he gives a smile as his long flowing sleeves droop down and his arms rise up. And he goes, "My son, you have done a great job." This is Vipera, the man who has raised you since you were a child. You have just come back slaying the heretics who brazed a village within the Alderlands. And, in your wisdom, you granted mercy to those who converted. The rest were put to the sword.
How reasonable.
He pats you on the back and goes, "You exemplify everything that Worm has taught us. Come now, feast, and may the deeds of your mercy be written in song. I will have minstrels write for you. I know of one. Come, eat, be festive."
In this moment, is this when, as Tristero is approaching
Yes.
the tomb, this is happening? Tristero would eat.
All right, and as you do, Vipera clinks your glass, and his granddaughter sits on the opposite side of the table. This woman is beyond beauty. Some have described her as a goddess, a kind-hearted soul. Her name is Malrina, and she has been your charge. And she pours you a glass, gives a slight bow, and goes, "In Worm's favor, may you live long. Good night."
Thank you, my lady.
You all drink, and the music plays, and that is when you were brought back into this moment, as you said you were playing music, correct?
Yes, I'm playing the happy song about the halfling and his quest for the perfect bowl of stew.
Okay,
And I'm echoing it.
All right.
Bowl of stew.
So it has eased some of the tension, and that music just happened to help that memory. You approach both of you at the foot of the stairs.
Do I have bardic
3 of them, right? Because isn't it Kelfane, Tristero, and Conrad?
Is Conrad approaching as well?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
You might recall, Conwyn, that I always ask you to play a happy song on the trail.
Absolutely. Always got to stay positive on the trail.
Happy thoughts.
Happy thoughts.
Happy thoughts.
So I'm going to proceed past the bloodling.
Okay.
Does,
The
does he
bloodling
give
kind
me
of
a
moves
name?
aside.
Does it have any personal identity of its own?
Yes, you get a sense of water. Free, flowing.
Then we should call you Water Free Flowing.
Cause I'm free. Free flowing.
Up the stairs I go to the tomb.
The names of bloodlings are quite different.
I'm funny.
Yeah.
You see the
Going in.
tomb, and you see the master. Whoa, Awada. Awada, do you get close to the bloodling? Do you get up there?
I do, because I'm singing to it.
Okay, if you're singing, then
As
you
she
do
approaches it, you hear soup.
soup.
Yeah, I'm singing about the Halfling's quest for stew, and she's backing me up.
I see.
I'm the backup singer.
That was what makes you happy. Soup.
Does soup not make you happy, dude?
Depends on the soup.
Grilled cheese.
Soup and a grilled cheese?
Okay.
I'd go for that right now.
The bloodling feels hungry.
That's probably not something we want to do now.
As you get to the
Let's
ancient
sing about the
tomb,
park.
you see something inscribed in Maha runes.
Can I decipher this?
Yes, you can. Make a lore roll, please. Again, with that +1 modifier.
Yeah, I'll put there.
Can a bloodling read?
I'm standing amongst the candles, not on top of them. I'm trying to be close, but not be on fire.
One success. The problem with the runes is it's ancient. And
A little worn.
it's worn, and you're trying not to touch it to remove the dust. And as you finally read it, it's like, here lies the Lord,
Fall crest.
till risen again. This is what you're able to translate.
Does it appear to be a ward that could cause harm if the sarcophagus lid is moved?
You're not sure what type of ward it is. It could be a form of necromancy.
Can I produce my own ward and defense using magic seal?
Yes, you can.
I would like to safe cast a magic seal with the runes upon my head that have tattooed
So,
as my
Kelvin,
ingredient.
as you touch the tattoos, you safe cast it.
Yeah.
You do feel the Mog, and as you cast the spell, the lid of the tomb opens, and this shockwave unleashes upon all of you. Only you are unaffected by it. Everyone else is knocked prone. Spells automatically succeed in the game, as if you are wondering why you don't get a save. And
Twang.
rising out of the tomb.
Should I make the roll save?
Yes, please. It's a success.
Oh.
So, power level 4, any spell that's a power level 4, you are protected from. So, this was a power level 2. And it's like an entire mountain was shoved against you, and you are rooted.
Yes.
Garvey Loken.
My father taught me that. Marigold.
Rising out, you see the old lord, bones, with flames in his eyes, and he picks up his great axe and readies himself for battle. And in his raspy, haunting voice, you hear, "Die, intruders, my charge."
Now can we stab it?
I know. This I cannot negotiate with.
That's what I thought. You own a kingdom of ash.
Put on a happy face.
Joke's on you, we were let in.
Your wife held the door open.
She said you've been being a dick.
All right,
I can see that.
let's get initiative. The bloodling is just going to stand there.
Menacingly?
Yeah,
Yes, scythe arms, help us out.
he is. He's looking at you.
Oh,
Moral
He's helping
support.
us out by not attacking.
Fair enough.
What happened?
I don't know. This is a great question.
Advana rolled initiative like 10 times.
I want to go
Draw
first
initiative, draw
now.
initiative, draw initiative.
How do I roll initiative?
I think Sage, you can roll. You roll initiative.
I roll it.
All right.
All right. And first up, Tristero, you were knocked prone by the spell.
That's a miracle. I'm going first. This never happens.
I know, wow.
So in order to get up, it is a fast action.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Get up as a fast action, and moving's also a fast action too.
Yes,
correct?
but you're technically in the same zone. Moving only takes another action if you move to an adjacent zone.
All right. So I will get up as my fast action. I will move to this creature with the dagger because that was the only thing I had prepped. Slow action. I'm gonna jab into it.
Okay. So you're bringing the dagger up towards the knight.
Yep. And I scream, "My worms might be purged!"
Okay.
And I will unleash my. I will burn a point of willpower into this. And
So
I'll use
you're
my
using
holy
your
bow.
divine. So as that memory is filling you with all these good feelings, you turn it into belief, faith. You must be chosen. You are fated by the gods.
Okay. Quick question when it comes to the roll. When you bring up the Sky Metal Dagger, there's a modifier for a Sky Metal Dagger. Do I select that to get an additional 1 modifier?
Yes, you do.
Gotcha. Boom, boom, boom. With the D10 artifact die. All set?
Yep.
Okay.
1 success.
Hold that for
Would you like to push?
No, God, no, not with 2 Banes.
All right. It's armor.
I would push on 7 Banes.
Oh,
2
okay,
successes.
yeah.
So here's what happens. As you quickly move in with your dagger and shield, you have this belief that you will succeed, and you drive into the armor, and you realize as you drive your blade, he's wearing plated mail covered in pearls. It is the heart of Fallcrest. So you try to drive your blade in, and unfortunately you can't get through. That was unfortunate.
That was a lot
That happened to me all the time. The Bloodling. The Bloodling gives the sense of anger, hate, bloodlust, fear. And it moves into the treasure.
Which causes all those things.
Kelthane.
All right, I'm going to take my dagger, which already in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
No, I had sheathed it, didn't I?
Yes,
Yeah,
you did.
yeah, you'd cheat to
So
approach.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the weapon, and I'm going to try to disarm it of the great axe. So
Okay.
I'm making a disarm attack.
Okay, so fast action to draw your weapon,
Yeah.
and your slow action is a disarm attack.
I'm going to change it. I'm not drawing the dagger. I'm drawing my sword.
Okay.
Okay. And disarming it with my sword. It makes more sense.
Yep. No successes in a Bane.
Leave it be.
Okay,
You
so
and
what
you both
happens
post Kelthane.
as you come in, your blades clash quickly, and as you go to try and get underneath his hands or slash at them for him to drop it, he takes the butt end of the axe and smashes it into your face. You stumble backwards just from the sheer blow.
Okay, where?
Adrana.
All right, I take my bow and I dip one of the arrow tips in the pitch and I dip it in the candle next to me.
Okay.
And then I shoot it.
Okay. So fast air to draw the weapon. Knock it.
Because I got fast shooter, so like I can get up and do all this.
Yep. So you get up. Go ahead and fire.
Please edit in an effective me firing an arrow.
2
with the camera.
successes. And I'm going to say the fire has a potency of 3, which means I will roll 3 dice for you to see if it is an additional point of damage. No additional
Nothing.
damage. So you do 2 points of damage. Its armor is going to be halved. That is not halved.
3!
How much armor is this guy wearing?
So for this roll, his
bubble
armor is
wrapped.
halved because you're shooting at him. No successes.
Nice.
This guy's made of titanium.
Adrana, first blood.
So you shoot into the male, and the male is not as strong against piercing, and you see the creature turn and look at you, eyes flare. Okay. Put his armor back. That brings us to the Death Knight.
Oh, it is a death knight. Oh, joy.
Its first action. Let's see what it does.
Just to go back to bed.
Run away.
Yeah.
Oh!
Holy
All right. The Death Knight
shit.
falls to its knees and makes a gesture towards the ground. In the next move, a temporary gate to the Kingdom of Death is open, and a chosen adventurer within near range is attacked. So,
Screaming.
near range, that's Awada, Kelthane, or Tristero. Let's see. 1 to 2, Awada. 3 to 4, Kelthane, Tristero. 5 to 6. Kelthane, this is a fear attack. You are suffering.
I have fearless 2.
Yeah,
Yep.
there's no way he can be afraid.
You're suffering 3 successes.
What do I roll for fearless? Is it
Insight
Insight.
or fearless 2, you can choose to do your empathy if that is higher.
okay? It's certainly not. So it's wits or empathy, is what you're saying?
It's an insight roll.
Insight roll.
Yep.
Thank you. And no modifiers.
Correct. 2 successes. Wow.
Yeah.
So death does not phase you as much as most people would, but the scenes you see, a void with these creatures, your name being called, even the most stalwart defenders would feel uneasy. You take 1 point of wits damage.
I feel like
Do I?
Kelth's just like
The damage
Nog
was
is
2.
cooler.
Oh, then yeah,
successes,
you
2
take
damage.
2 points of damage to your wits.
I have 2 successes.
But it's a fear attack, so it's 1 point of damage to your wits. Yeah, it must be a glitch in how they programmed it.
So even with mental attacks, a success still equals a point of damage. Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Okay, that's its first action. Its second action, Deadman's Hand. So what happens is Tristero, its hand shoots out, grabs you, and he takes his axe, which starts to scream with the damned souls, and goes to bonk you.
Is this an attack that can be parried by a shield, or does it keep you down?
I would rule that this cannot be parried by a shield.
All right, so I'll have to attempt to move, right?
Yes.
Force.
All right, move. The artifact die is still in effect, correct?
Correct.
Correct. All right, so D10. All right, here we go.
Nothing.
I am going to push that and invoked my pride and scream, "No creature of such foul nature will touch a soldier of worm."
Okay, then first roll your pride to see if you succeed,
Okay, sounds good.
which means your pride has to roll 2 successes.
All right, so should I just do in the
Does it have to
public
beat
roll a
them?
D12?
No, so go to your pride, and there should be you should be able to click it.
Yep, there it is, pride, yep.
Nothing. You have to push, or your pride will be broken.
I
I've
will,
been
s-
touched.
I will push. I will
Okay.
definitely push.
happens if you
So we
bribe
just
her?
push the move action, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Dude.
Oh
Oh
boy.
my goodness, nothing.
Death is upon you. So here's what happens: you take 3 points of strength damage,
Ouch.
But you're lucky.
Where is
and
your
then
God
you may roll your armor to try and absorb this.
So that strength damage goes to willpower then, right? Or is it not?
No.
Okay.
Oh, that's only if you push.
Gotcha. So
But you need to roll your armor first,
Yep.
because
Hopefully
you
get
could
some.
absorb some of it.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
You take 1 point of damage. Your armor is damaged by 2.
That's automatic, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
that usually gets calculated
So
because I can't modify
he grabs you, throws you to the ground. You're stunned. His axe comes down upon your chest. The reason you're still alive is because of your armor. And as he comes in for another blow, you bring up your shield and it glances. You see sparks fly, and it stables itself for another attack. Its last attack. Sweeping attack, Kelthane and Tristero. So this is able to be parried. So you then see it take wide sweeps with its great axe, trying to cleave off your heads. Go ahead, Kelthane, to
Parry with my longsword.
go ahead.
Come on,
Is it it's a sweep,
Correct.
so it's not a stab. Okay. 2 successes.
All right, so 1 success is going through. So
Uh-huh.
that It had 3 successes.
Armor.
Yep. Go ahead. So it's going to be doing 2 points of damage. Your armor absorbs it. So you manage to bring up your blade just in time. And as you hit the axe blade, it glances off one of your pauldrons.
All right, I will.
Tristero, you have used your fast action and your slow action.
3 parries.
You
Defender
already used
1.
your free parry
I
against
have
the
not.
last attack.
Oh, so dodging. So the move was it. So I have to just use armor. and
You
hold
have
my
to use
hold.
armor.
Okay, totally fine.
1 success. You take 3 points of strength damage.
I'm good. I'm at 1.
So Tristero, as you're just taking attack after attack, the Death Knight refuses to go down, and you are on death's doorstep.
And my pride's gone. And my computer
your
crashed.
faith is shattered.
Really? Yeah, I went black screen for a few seconds. I was like, no.
All right, that's the Death Knight.
It's a devastating attack.
Conrad.
Yeah.
Oh, my screen's actually gone black.
You're still in that really good memory. There's a Death Knight up the stairs that you can get to. Do you wish to go after it?
I'm with Calthane and Tristero, right?
Yes.
I got knocked. Okay, so I'm gonna.
Forgot to move you.
I am going to kind of like try to roll to my feet behind the Death Knight if possible,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna. Since Tristero's on the ground, I'm gonna try to get its attention and like stab it in like under the armor here or something.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to rule. You're going to are you using your sky metal dagger or longsword?
We were told to use the sky metal daggers, right?
When you were coming into the room, yes.
Yeah, then I'm gonna use that.
Okay. So you're going to get 5 white dice,
Hold me.
2 red dice.
Right in my armpit.
I didn't mean to do that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many? How many?
2 red dice, and then 3 black.
Yes. All right. You're good. Well, thank you.
It's your fault. Please be good.
What the? Oh my god.
No successes, 2 veins.
I love it.
Do you wish to push?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't. Like real life today, I am not pushing.
Conrad, as you come in with your sword, you try to swing at it. It takes the shaft of the axe, and as you're swinging, it pushes forward, and then again, with the pummel of its axe, it hits you in the chest. The wind is knocked out of you.
You said shaft.
Uh-huh.
That's really good.
Are we being
Cody.
juvenile right now?
Apparently they are. Yeah.
Oh, we're starting now.
True. Caldwin.
Caldwin is going to be so handsome. No.
Yeah, he is.
He's going to. Make a handsome check.
Tristero's just coughing up blood. You're looking handsome. Real helpful here,
That's
mate.
great.
Conrad sailing the sailboat.
So you will have to use your fast action to get up.
I'll get my merry ass up.
Okay?
So,
Are you applauding?
I
Do something.
I'm thinking. Well, I've got a few options. I could either go into the big meat grinder that seems to be the Death Knight, or I could see if I can communicate with this bloodling and be like, "Hey, buddy, help us out a little here."
What do you decide to do?
Well, Kelthane is currently engaged.
Oh,
Sing a happy murder song.
I am going to come up with with an improvisational song for the bloodling about strange friendships
ooh.
and how an unexpected hero, the bloodling, saved his newfound friends.
Okay. Make a performance roll.
All right, so
With- So your performance.
so I need what? I've got it's my empathy. So 4 white die,
Yep. 4 white.
3 red, 2
Nope, 2 red.
3 black die.
Correct. And you get a D8.
Is it 3 black die or 2 black die?
That's as many die as you want.
In that
It
case, I'll roll a
is 2 and a D8.
Million black dice.
lot. All right, and then
D8 by 10. That's a
Successes
D10.
normally.
that is a D10. I think I rolled a D10 earlier too.
Well, that's okay.
I have been cheating for a very long time.
I've been cheating since we started this game.
Well, it comes back. Like I said, it comes back to
No successes. 3 banes. Push.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
All right. Push aside the banes.
What's your empathy at?
So this is also your lily that you're just going to take a damage. Your loot is going to take damage because it's a black die.
Ooh. Ooh. I'll be your new Lily.
You still going to push?
No.
Okay. So what's happening is Caldwin, as you're trying to play a nice melody to get the Bloodwing on your side, your emotions are conflicted with the song, and the Bloodling just turns and looks at you, and you get this sense it's hungry.
We run with kings on mighty steeds across the devil's plain.
All right, Awada. You have to use your fast action to get up.
Yep. So I'm thinking, can I move to? Is there anything behind where the Death Knight is? Like, is there space?
A wall.
There's a wall.
A wall of what?
Stone.
Oh, I'm gonna say wall of wall.
And where's the lid of the coffin? Is it just a jar?
It's blown off the creature's tomb.
No, it's not a jar.
I can say it's probably right here.
Okay.
I said tomb instead of tomb. Tomb.
Tumba.
So she is. When she hears the happy song about the park go awry, she kind of does a weird operatic war cry to go, oh, we're going to, and then she shifts the song, but she makes the title a war cry, and she gives everybody 3 extra dice.
Okay, so that's your slow action. Everyone now has 3 war cry dice.
That would have been great.
And
It
well,
sure
you
would.
could have switched with me.
It's true.
And then she's going to. So I've done my get up, my war cry. So what's left? Can I move?
That's it. Because you had to get up and use your fast action, so use your fast and your slow.
Okay.
All right, brings us to top of the round. Tristero, you are on death's door.
Yes, so switching your initiative, how does that work?
You use your fast action to feint with someone else.
All right, I'm going to feint with Conrad. I'm going to do a military tactic, so I will take his position as my
I'm going
fast.
to run away.
No, I'm feinting with him. I have 1 strength and 1 agility. I can't really do much right now, so I'd rather Conrad military kill instead. Feint mine, he strikes.
Fall
rather
back.
he go.
Let the next rank reserve step in.
Okay, what happened? All right, so Tristero's turn. Conrad, it's actually going to be your initiative. What do you wish to do?
I wish to stabby stab.
Okay,
Stabby stab.
may I make
stabby
some
stab.
Plus 3.
advice for you? Roll a success this time.
Thank you, Dad.
I'm not your dad.
Thank you, Dad.
Okay.
Thank you, Mom.
How many
So,
I got 5.
are you going dagger or sword?
Dagger.
Dagger still?
Ward.
Okay, 5 strength.
Daggerson.
So 5 white, 2 red,
2 red,
and 3 black.
And then 3 war cry
and then
dice.
3 war cry dice, which are
The red.
red.
You better hit. You're swinging with a lot of dice, my
That's
friend.
12 dice. If I fail this time,
You go home.
You do go home, I demote you.
You go back over the wall. Back over the iron lock.
It's the catapult for you.
if I just like roll hard enough.
Today. 1 success, 2 success, 3 success, no bane. 4 success, no banes.
4 successes. All right, so you are a fighter, Path of the Blade, rank 1. If you wish to use a willpower point, you can ignore its armor.
I'm gonna.
Okay,
6
so
willpower. now.
you do 2 successes on the first one, so 5 points of damage. It's going to attempt to parry with its fast action.
It's gonna fail.
It's gonna attempt to eat shit, is what it's gonna do.
Hard work in the editor's office.
And then you see the armor activate.
No.
The pearls glisten as if it was a nebula.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, nebula
and-
problems.
It is adding a d12 to the roll.
Ooh. Roll terrible. Oh, come on. You get the buff.
And it has 3 successes, meaning you deal 2 points of damage to it.
Well, hey, something.
So what happens is, as you swing your blade, because you're ignoring its armor, so you spend a point of willpower, it is catched off guard, and the armor just seems to glisten with the stars upon it, and it turns to fight, and as it brings up its axe, it catches a piece of it, but another hits its coif. Your sword manages to hit its neck.
You mean
Okay.
dagger.
Your dagger, yes. My apologies. All right, that brings us to Kelthane. The bloodling is looking at the treasure.
Okay, I'm going to try to disarm the thing again with my longsword.
Okay,
Get the axe out of its hand.
go ahead.
Don't
I don't
forget
think
your
I'm
war
really
cry.
going to do well against the armor itself.
No
Oh.
successes.
Did you add your
Did
war
you
cry
add
dice?
3?
Oh, I did not add 3.
So I can roll 3 additional dice for you.
Please.
Maybe you'll get some DM's luck.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
No success.
So this
one?
time, as you go to disarm it, it was prepared, and it takes its elbow and pushes you back, and you're unable to get a good footing. So you send a blind strike at it.
So, as a fast action, I'm going to call upon the bloodling to help us put this thing out of its misery.
Okay. So I will need you to make a manipulation roll, please.
+3.
Plus 3 for this.
That was not
for
intended.
your son.
My
I
son.
understand.
Thank you.
This is still funny to me.
I see.
All
why
right.
now.
The bloodling.
I have a success.
The bloodling looks at Tristero and sees it in pain, and it goes, kill or aid.
And I say, aid, and I point my blade at the Death Knight. Kill.
Okay, so the bloodling is actually going to do a healing roll. So it only has 1 die.
You can always rely on demon medicine. It breaks me by accident.
You are too freaked out to let this thing touch you.
Oh yeah. At this point, yeah.
What's it gonna do? What, stitch me back together? He's got blades for arms.
Amputated.
All right,
It's like
that
knitting
brings
needles.
us
It's
to
kind of like weaving
Adrana.
together.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes,
Can I grappling hook onto the wall?
the walls, probably not. The pillar, yes.
All right, I'm gonna grappling hook and get up high.
Okay, so make a move roll for me.
Alrighty.
+3.
Give me a second.
Yes.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Success. You grapple, swing upwards, latch yourself onto part of the pillar.
And I'm gonna take my special box from earlier and chuck it at it.
Ah,
Now I have the advantage of being up high, so I can loft it
so
easier.
here's what I'm going to rule. Make a marksmanship roll.
All right.
You aren't going to get any bonuses for being up high because you are throwing an ob at it.
But you do get 3.
Yeah, so you get a +1 modifier.
Marksmanship plus
So
1.
+3 modifier.
+3.
Yes.
So would that be +4?
No, just +3.
Okay.
+1 +3 is 4, right?
Oh! Do you
Don't
wish
tell
to
me it
push?
Push. Wait. Hold on.
You rolled 3 banes.
That's insane.
Isn't it?
How did I roll 3 banes on 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dice? That's crazy.
The mathematical
So-
probability is not quite.
Do you wish to push?
No.
Here's what happens to the ob. As it flies through the air,
Why do I see it
erupts,
landing
and you
on
guys
me?
see this pseudopod-like creature start trying to eat anything, and the Death Knight takes its axe and cuts it in half mid-air. The 2 pieces of the ob fall on each side, and it lies dead.
He's
Was
an
that-
ob slayer.
Was that the Death Knight's action?
No.
Damn it.
Wait, you threw an octopus at it?
The Death Knight.
It's a what?
An ob.
It's an ob.
A pseudopod.
A pseudopod demon? Okay.
Yep. That brings us to the Death
It was
Knight.
my
Its
pet.
first ability.
Not anymore.
Oh. Deathly Visions. Another fear attack. This time, Awada. You do not have Fearless. You are taking 2 points of damage to your wits.
It was a boxopus.
Can I counter that or roll? Or
You do not have
laugh in the
Fearless,
background.
so unfortunately, no.
Thank you.
I'm
Awada,
broken.
what you see,
It broke her.
it broke her.
Which
Okay. That is a critical injury.
horror.
It is horror.
Everything is awful.
Everything ain't cool when we're dying of a 3.
Yeah.
Why?
Everything is bad when we die in a 2.
I love that. The 2 was right there.
Yeah,
so.
we're already
So-
the 2.
You either are catatonic
Oh my god.
I am lucky.
or you are anxious.
I'm going to be anxious.
Me too, bestie.
Okay. You feel like you're about to pass out and you just freeze and you don't know what happens, but something hits you on the back of the head, like something falls on you, and whatever was about to make you pass out from seeing your own death, where your mom stands over you with a dagger.
That's not better.
You instead
That's what
feel
makes you
a little
anxious.
anxious about that, meaning that you have a -1 to all wits rolls and you are broken.
Not the Ritz roll.
Wits.
Riz.
Wits.
The Riz rolls.
You are anxious for 4 days.
Anxious for 4 days.
Oh, that's great with a giant spider
want
too in the
that.
too.
I've been anxious for
days.
30 years.
Okay.
You can do it for 4 days.
Trastero, it's now your initiative since you switched with Conrad.
All right, so here's my question about adaptive. It's skill based. Are weapon attacks that involve might also
Yes, you
consider
can use
skill?
adaptive to, if you spend a point of willpower, you can use it to change it.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I am going to attempt an attack on the creature with the dagger, but I've noticed it's already used its fast action. I know it's already used these powers. So my attack is less about just jabbing through the armor and just finding the spots that he doesn't like to guard. I'm going to burn 2 points of will, 1 for adaptive and 1 for the holy vow.
Okay. Go ahead. I will allow it. You are using your wits to guide your strike rather than blindly striking.
Sounds good. Let me mark the 2
So
willpower.
you will need to be rolling insight for this attack.
Insight for this attack.
Yes.
Sounds good. So insight, I add my artifact die of a D10. Do I add?
You're going to add 2 gear die to it.
Add 2 gear die to it. Sounds
Yep.
good. Do I add? Let's see. I have 3 from Warcry.
So 3 red dice. So
3
skill
red dice. And then the dagger typically gives 1 more modifier. So would it be 4? Okay. I hope. I'm pouring everything into this one. Let's go.
3
Better.
successes.
All right.
All right. It's armor.
Yeah. Ooh, I could push it. I could.
Do you wish to push?
If I was to push, I would be damaging my wits.
Correct.
For any banes.
Come on, it's a push. What's possible?
Never listen to him.
Does this game show me
You
which
cannot break. You can't break your wits. You have a success on your wits.
I have a success on my wits.
You
so I
can't break
Don't
your
forget
wits.
you have +3.
That was for the +3. You know what? I'm going to risk it. I'm going to push.
And he got. he got.
3 successes.
Wow. You have 8 successes total.
You just gave me your anxiety.
So, Trastero, you see it. The moment that you've been waiting for. It's armor, an opening, and you maneuver yourself underneath it. And like you, a trained heavy armored knight, underneath the arms has less protection. And you drive your blade, its armor. I roll 8 successes.
Kill you.
It rolls 1 success. You do 7 points of damage. Actually, excuse me, 8 points of damage because of the dagger being 2. And as you cut in, twist, it shrieks out in pain, collapses to its knees, and falls over dead.
Now you know how I feel.
Took you long enough.
I know,
And
right? It's
stay
been forever.
down.
Throwing the die, everything at it.
I lost my funny slime pet.
What did the D10 roll? Did anyone catch what the D10
3
roll?
successes.
We should do the WWE style countdown. 1, 2.
Help me.
So Kelthane's poking around in the dead ob's organs and saying, I think it's an ob.
Can you fix it? It's mine. I found it.
No, I'm afraid it's inert.
Help
Okay, so let's just say theoretically, the lady said I could take one thing, but technically that thing is still here. Can I take something else because that thing is still technically in her domain, even though it's dead?
It's not a. It was a living thing. I don't think she meant that. I think she meant an object.
Oh, I
So
thought that was one of her secret treasure pets.
I would look around and you see there's plenty of objects which you could add to your hungry back.
So, as you guys are talking, the ob starts to come back together.
Put it in the box. Put it in the box. It's my pet. Put it in the box.
We can't talk to these.
Help me.
And the ob goes,
I swear, if I die to an ob, I'm going to be real pissed.
it is badly injured,
Oh, it loves me.
but it's going to attempt to eat you.
I'm on the ceiling.
No, that's close.
I know better.
So I'm gonna say one is Tristero, Kelthane is a 2,
I don't want to die.
Conrad is 3,
Yeah, I'm
Awada
3.
is 4.
Snibbles is hungry.
Snibbles.
It goes to eat you.
It likes it when you scratch
How
on
big
your
is this thing?
chin.
trying to
It
eat your
grows.
Oh, so it's like I know it's just gonna keep getting bigger and bigger.
The ob overshoots and falls and hits the ground behind you.
Put it in a box.
And it's like on its back, its legs are flailing upwards, and then it uses its tentacles to try and reposition itself.
Okay, we got a problem.
This is like
Are we still in initiative order?
Yes, because the ob is alive.
this is our very own Trouble with Tribbles episode.
I could use some help.
So I'm going to say,
Time
sorry,
for calamari.
my brain was like, who's next? Caldwin, you see the ob running around.
I'm just
Catch it
gonna.
for me.
I'm gonna say, this is time for Squid. I can't think. Wow, that was not the best I could come up with.
This is time
I need some
for
more sleep,
Squid.
man.
This is
Was
time
it
for
vicious
Squid.
mockery?
Time for Squid.
After
Can I get it into line?
after everything else,
That's the episode's name right there. This is time for Squid.
I'm going to.
You picked that one.
The
I
fool.
know.
The fool went out jingle jingle miserably over to the squid and try to stab it with his daggers.
What is he doing to the squid?
He's jingling it miserably.
He's telling it the time.
after
All right,
everything else.
so
I
what are
did
you trying to do?
I'm trying to kill
find
the
this part
goddamn
strangely
squid
lifeless.
monster.
Okay.
No, catch it.
So as you bring out your daggers and yell, "It's time for Squid."
It's time for squid.
Would you say it's Squid time?
I would say it's time for a squid game. You know what I'm saying?
No.
You
Oh, come on.
you get
That gave me
four
shit.
strength dice.
4 strength dice, which I have. So 4 white die,
Yep. 1 red,
1 red,
2
Is
black,
my war cry still on since we're still
3
in?
black. Excuse me.
3 more black die.
No, 3 black total,
3 black
and you get another red because you're a knife fighter.
Is my
And the
war
war
cry
cry still
still
on?
in place?
Yes.
So
Okay.
is that all?
3 more red dice. I wish they had a war cry button. That would help.
2 successes, 3 successes.
Okay.
1 bane.
As the ob goes to eat you, and as you yell, "Time for Squid," you drive the blade in and twist, and the ob goes still, and finally it dies.
No.
Now who's the real hero?
Not you.
It was going to eat.
Not if I
Me.
dropped my. Oh.
It was your competition.
Tristero barely gets up,
Conrad will help you.
and he's holding his guts he's holding his chest at this
Just
point.
what
That
I
hurt.
contemplated.
That
Awada,
really
you're
hurt.
on the ground, curled up into a fetal position.
I start throwing shiny things, and I think shiny.
Make a performance roll to healer.
will do.
You'll be anxious
Do
for
I
the next
still
4
have
days.
her
I wish that's how that worked in
singing?
real life.
No, we're out of
Across the
initiative
No,
now.
really.
You will feel
Like you have a timetable.
I know what she
2
likes.
successes.
So, Awada, you heal 2 wits as you get hit with shiny things.
Get up. Get up.
I'm not giving them back.
I know. I'll steal them later.
up, Bo. Get on up. Get up, Bo. Get on up.
I really feel like we should go back upstairs and take a nap.
I'm inclined to agree with her on this one.
I need to find something shiny because you guys killed my pet.
We're in a room full of shiny things.
Yeah,
But
I
I can
know.
only take one and I don't know what's best.
At a time. She did
Which
not
one
say
is
you
the
couldn't
shiny
take
thing?
more than one at a time.
I'm gonna. Is it a gold coin?
There's plenty of gold
I'm gonna pick up a
coins.
single gold coin. I'm gonna say this is the shiniest gold coin in the Ravenlands.
And you touch
Make a
it?
manipulation roll.
You can have this shiny gold coin.
It's an offering.
I'll take it.
Oh, but now you're lopsided. You need another.
Terrifying smile.
I'm gonna attempt a healing roll on Tristero.
Okay.
He got you good with the axe.
Thank you, Emma.
I broke my ankles. I broke
Do you
my. I almost killed my
This will
character.
be for your
That was the
strength.
dowry.
Your
Okay.
dowry was just one in a room full of many?
Caldwin, I think
You'll
you're
get
married
anything
to
for your
the
strength,
goblin.
and I
think
will
I
try
am.
your agility.
You could
Okay.
do worse.
No.
What 1 on your agility.
That helps. That definitely helps.
All right. So,
I can't
Justero, you're in bad shape.
Yeah,
believe
yeah.
he proposed.
You're
I
lucky to
think
be
he was
alive.
paying you off.
Your armor has taken some damage.
Do I have heal?
It was a good
You
move,
do. Everyone
Tristero.
has healing. Would you like to try and heal?
Yeah, I want to try and help Tristero.
Okay, that is going to be
You
my
have
friend.
2 white dice, and that's it.
2 white dice.
He
Maybe you do better with
Sure.
less dice.
Sage, I'm
Yeah,
gonna help
he's a
him
minstrel.
by
Give me two
using a
white dice.
willpower to get bandages for my pack.
Ah, okay. So, Cody, you're getting help
Okay.
and bandages. So add a red die and another black die.
Yeah.
I provide you sutures. And
Can I get
things.
Does the war cry help for the?
No, not for this one.
Baldwin.
Tristero, stay still.
The blind
Tristero.
man will fix you.
Tristero, I said stay still. Tristero, you need to relax.
This won't hurt at all.
1 bane, no success.
Yeah, push.
You're
So
hurting
take
each
the
other
bane
and
out,
heal
which
each
is
other.
was a black die.
Okay, so you mess up with the bandages pretty bad, but it's probably
wasted
because
my
the
bandage.
wound is so.
I almost had it.
Does he get any willpower?
No successes.
I'm so good.
So the problem is, as you pull out the bandages to help Tristero, Conrad, as you're trying to mess with the bandages, you drop them in a puddle of water.
They're still good. They're still good.
And and you try to use the bandages still. And as you're trying to use the bandages, it's soaked in blood now, and you're probably wondering if there's infection setting in.
Don't, just
no,
stop.
Tristero, stay
I'll
still.
help you.
They are
If you
wet.
help me.
Tristero, I can help you. This is gonna feel so good.
Didn't she? help
Okay, so Awada,
You gotta be
I think this has lights on it. Stay
Awada,
still.
okay, Awada, you get frustrated as you watch as Tristero is in pain, and you think you can do better, so you pull out new bandages and drop them in the same puddle. And the odds of this happening make you so frustrated.
My turn.
Careful, there's mites in the water.
Let me fix it. Everybody get out of my way.
Okay.
Nobody expects the goblin
The
to
secret
perfect in
ingredient
everything
is
that I am.
dirt.
And spit.
Caldwin, come help your wife.
Everybody knows that goblins
No.
have sanitizing spit.
No, they
So
don't.
what happens as
Goblins.
Tristero, you are bleeding,
congeals
Conrad
the
and
blood.
Awada start fighting each other on how to properly heal.
And I'm right.
You take a pile of dirt, lick it, and stick it in the wound. You feel better. You get 2 points of strength back.
You're welcome. You're lucky I like you.
That's incredible.
That's our surgery team.
What witchery?
I do not like this medical care. I'm going back to the Alderlands.
Where did you learn your medical practices? What witchery is?
When my mother would beat me, I'd roll in the mud outside the house and I'd feel better.
The saddest thing I've ever heard.
Conrad looks at the floor and says, "Is mud a replacement for love?"
No.
Calder puts his hand on Conrad's shoulder
Mud
and goes,
is better than mod. It's a statement I live
It's
by.
true. They actually sell it in the village as a face thing.
You just get mud.
I know. Got mud? I do. In all sorts of places.
Sophie, no.
It goes great with her lingerie.
I say lingerie. That's pretty funny.
Have I heard you, Cody?
They haven't asked the important question yet.
Why are we here?
The armor.
Just to suffer.
Healthing wanted to observe the armor, though.
I just wanted to determine is it a demon thing or is it an enchanted thing?
Make a. Make
Is there
a.
Mog in the meadows from asking?
Yes,
They're
there
never in
is
the
Mog in the meadow. I'm going to say you can choose either a lore or scouting roll, whichever is higher.
Can
I'm
I
going with
assist him
lore.
with a lore roll? Like, can I give him a point?
Not for this.
Okay.
Going with the roll. Did I get it? Yes, I did.
Ooh.
You notice something incredibly strange. The pearls are looking at you.
Oh, there you are. Hello, little ones.
Hi!
No, not you.
Oh,
The armor is made of eyes.
Ugh.
These aren't pearls. They're eyes of some creature. And then you recognize it. Because you rolled 2 successes, Al-Adi's third eye looks very similar.
Huh. Oh my.
What?
I think it's there's.
Can you describe the visions you had again?
Which ones?
Didn't you just you didn't have a chance to really tell us about all of it, but you had visions when you were the girl.
Okay, so we were in this grand hall, and my mother was bleeding, and she was holding the armor, and the armor's looking around, and she's going to go fight, and then she gave me to the guy, and I go, Mom, no! And he dragged me off, and then Dad went into the tunnels, and then I was a boat, and I threw cats at the bad beastie, and then
What
I
did
got
the
a
bad
third eye.
beastie look like? No, a little bit more descriptive than that, please. Did it happen to have eyes like these?
She's nervous. Give her something shiny.
Can I make a roll, because I can't remember?
I can just tell you.
Okay.
Yes, you remember the creature having eyes.
Well,
There was no woman in
Yes.
the water.
I never said it was a woman in a water.
Not you. It was a setup from the beginning.
Well, it could have been a female monster. It was, blinking a
The
lot.
demon. Those two in the village. There'll be a reckoning. I don't know if we want to wear this armor, to be frank.
If it's
to fight
eyes,
the fish woman in the
I don't want
spoon.
to touch it. However, it is still a tool and we might need it.
What if we
But-
stabbed its eyeballs?
Yes, we could burn it.
I agree with the Dradawana. I want to stab the eyeballs.
It's a trap.
So we don't stab the
He
eyeballs?
made a deal
You
with
don't
the
wear the
demon
bad
in order
outfit.
to wear it.
He made a deal with the demon that was plaguing them.
Oh, what do I have to poke the armor? I always have to poke the armor.
You're closer. I step behind you.
Every deal with the demon,
Yeah, okay.
if you're not careful with the pact, can entrap you.
We should bring the armor, though. Proof of the demon's influence.
If we put it in my bag, it can't hurt anyone.
It seems
'cause
to
no one
only
goes in my
affect the
bag.
user when it wears the
Would
armor.
it satisfy the bag
If we
for
were to
several
bring it
days?
and show to to the other people of the village that you are being lied to and being tricked, here is the proof that there is a demon.
I'm going to go through all the training that I have been through with Marigal and the things you have told me about demon kind. Do I know any drawback to wearing this particular
I would
armor of
say
eyes?
there's two options. You can make a lore roll, and if that fails, you can spend a point of willpower to examine the armor and look into the eyes of the armor.
I will start with the lore.
You have a success.
Yeah.
Do you wish to push to gain more information?
No.
Okay. So here's what you know. The Heart of Fallcrest. All damage from demons are halved by this armor. In addition, you can spend a point of willpower to use one of the pearls on the armor, and it will increase an attack by a d12. But there is a drawback. This armor has a mind of its own. It was made by an Ula
Ooh la la.
with the stolen eyes of its master. Something is looking for its eyes back.
We'll be looking for a while.
Something is always watching you,
Well, if it has,
and
all
you
of
can
its
never
eyes gone,
retreat
can it look-
in this armor.
Been looking for so long.
If you wish to retreat, you need to make a wits roll, or you are forced to hold your ground and you lose your fast action.
So what does
And as you stare into the eyes, you get a little bit more of the story. Because the eyes remember the treachery. You are the emissary of the deep. This thing, undescribable. A creature that writhes deep within the water with cosmic energy, serving something.
I look at the eyes. But who are you the emissary of? Tell me that. I shout at the armor.
It
Crazy.
replies with an image of a burning sun.
Son?
And as you watch,
Son.
you see an Ula pluck the eyes. And the Ula then puts it into the armor. You then see the man that you just slew, more alive this time, who looks at the water and she holds up the armor. And she asks in return to be married. But the Ula is betrayed. So instead, she takes it into her own hands. The only way to be free, the only way to control, to keep this thing in slumber, is to get a hold of the armor once more. The magic within it that she made for her champion, for her children to be free. So she tries to kill everyone and replace it as her own sanctuary, luring people back in. But the armor was clever. It warned. It sent a dream of treachery to the lady. And the Ula and her other Ula, her soulmate, search for it to destroy the emissary and become the new masters of Bloodwater. The eyes now are trying to manipulate you. Can you make an insight roll with a +4 modifier? Because you know much about demons.
Okay. Insight +4.
Correct. Do you wish to push?
I would like to use my pride. Demons bend to my will.
Very well.
Haven't had a chance to roll pride. So.
Neither. Yeah, it was fun to do it. Oh, he gets the good die roll. There
3
you
successes.
go.
They don't make your will bend. It's the
You
other
still
way
have
around.
much to learn, young
You feel the
Tadpole,
sense
so-
that you should serve the emissary and its master. You get this sense as your brain is trying to be manipulated by the armor. But you look at it with disdain.
I move away from it.
Do you want to put it in my bag?
So if you wear the armor in game mechanics, all damage from demons is halved automatically before you roll the armor. So if you take 10 points of damage, it's down to 5, then you roll the armor. In addition, you can spend a point of willpower to get a d12 on all attacks. That includes your marksmanship and melee. So it's like you can spend a willpower point to get power from the cosmos.
But you
to set
can't
it.
run.
You can't retreat
Can't retreat.
without making a wits roll to retreat.
So it bears a question, is the risk of what this armor could do to you worth the benefit of our future strategy to deal with the creature in the lake? Because that's all we would really use it for. Is it worth taking the risk with this to be able to take care of the demon in the lake?
You can put it in the bag beside
Because there's a
later.
couple of us who could use the armor. Kelthane, you could be able to use it.
I'm not donning that armor.
That's what I thought too, especially after what I saw.
Can we burn it?
I'm not sure if we can destroy it just with
How
fire.
about we burn it first, kill it well, and then put it in the bag?
Don't know if burning it's going to do much.
Should we stab every eyeball?
I mean, I suppose you could, but they're not gelid, are they? They're more like stones.
They're like pearls.
Like pearls.
When they're inert. But then suddenly the milky white dissipates and it's like you're looking at a nebula.
Why don't we put it in your bag?
Wow, what a wonderful idea. I wonder who came up with that. I'm going to take it sure right in the bag.
Brilliant.
All right, so you have the heart of Fall Crest in
Gonna
the
shake
bag.
it for a minute. Too.
Okay.
The eyes bounce around
And-
the skulls. And the...
As,
Are you dizzy?
As you do this, from one of the cracks within the catacombs that peers outside, the sun, the golden rays, start to turn to a deep scarlet.
Time to go.
And you start to hear what sounds like a thunderstorm.
What did you do now?
I look to the bloodling.
Snails.
Bloodwater.
Snail.
You come with us. You wish to leave this place now.
The bloodling agrees on the condition it is freed after.
You are free.
And then it has this sense of hope and then a great sense of dread.
Freedom is scary.
The wealth here. It's just coins and gems and so
Yes,
forth.
so
I'm already in it.
you
looking.
find some treasure within the wealth. Would you like me to roll for the treasure?
Well, are we allowed to? Yeah, are we?
Oh,
Are we allowed
Technically,
to?
only one person was allowed to take something.
I'm not inclined to take any of it
Neither am I.
at this stage.
So the total
tempted.
wealth is 200 gold pieces.
Wow.
In addition, there seem to be other items of interest that need further investigation.
I would suggest this. Perhaps we talk to the lady of this place and see what she would wish to happen with this wealth. I have a proposal
Give it to
that
the
should we
people.
rid this place of the curse upon it and free the village, that we'll use this wealth to restore this castle, this lion's den, and we will be its stewards.
I like the sound of that.
That's a good plan.
I want.
Are we all in agreement?
Adriana Stuwada. I like it.
Are we in agreement?
Oh, me?
I
Drop
know
it.
you're a little bit anxious about it.
Drop it.
You would have your own room.
Well, are we talking like at this moment? What's here?
Don't take any more.
Okay, I won't take any more.
And then we will
Get
propose
your
this
hands off me.
to the lady of this place. And we'll see that this wealth will restore the glory
if you
of her
wanted
family
something, you had to ask.
with us as her stewards.
And then steal
Do you
it later.
continue to explore
if
the
you
catacombs,
ask,
or are you going
then
to go
you
talk
can
to
give
the
her
lady
permission.
first?
If you don't
If
ask,
there are
no
other
one told
items
you
here,
no.
it might be best to talk. If these are weapons or armor, we might need them for the spider.
I'd like to get rid of the spider if we can.
Yes.
I don't think we're ready yet. We are quite hurt.
Shall I put it in my bag?
No,
No,
please
that-
do not put me in your bag.
No, the spider.
Perhaps we should return.
I think we should return.
Sure.
And you hear her like walking, and she's pushed her arms against her pockets, so you can't hear what she's taking jingling.
Okay, so you guys are returning?
Yes.
I have no idea what's in my pockets. I just took two
As you
fistfuls
guys
and shoved them
return,
in.
We die.
The first thing you notice is that the sun has turned red, and the rain that falls is that of blood. In the distance, you notice the village, and rising out of the water
Oh, no.
Oh, fuck.
is this. Who is she supposed to
Oh.
marry?
Boy.
Oh.
Oh,
It's
my.
hideous.
What is it? What?
It is a large creature with tendrils coming off its body from various parts. Some of it almost looks like tree branches, and others more like an octopus with a central mouth. There are no eyes on its body.
Well,
But it has lots of maws.
And down its stomach is a row of different types of maws. And as they open up, crawling out from the maws are Ula. And in the maws are like these zombie-like things that grab at things. And you hear bells start to ring as you look down upon the village being
It doesn't like
attacked
cats.
by the emissary of the deep.
I think
And
the
with
spider needs to wait.
This feels like it's my fault.
And with that, we're going to leave that session here for tonight.
One question, you have a picture of the Ula? For people
I
to
do
see?
have a picture of the Ula.
I thought you put the Ula up there.
No, that's the big bad.
Here
in the
is
emissary
the
of deep.
Ula.
That is an Ula.
Ooh la la.
think
Isn't it
she likes
beautiful?
French
So,
food.
Cody, to describe it to you, imagine a fish-human hybrid with long hair like seaweed
With a
and
pig-like
narrow, wide eyes that have no pupils, and it has these jagged teeth and a very
Pig-like
scaly
nose.
feature.
If you walk around
Waddy,
Gloucester,
waddy
Like a
scaled skin.
if you walk
grouper
around,
fish
if you
in a
walk around,
wig.
if you walk around Gloucester early enough in the morning,
Yes.
you see some of these.
Very much so.
All right.
Goodbye.
A grouper fish in a wig.
So,
Go to bed with thinking about that.
thank you for joining us. We will see you on the finale of this part of the campaign. We'll see if our characters survive or if they become a feast for the emissary of the deep.
How optimistic.
Yay. I'm really nervous about this.
One time I was at a restaurant in Florida.
We're still recording, by the way.
Yeah, no, this is fine. She ordered grouper tacos, and then she got them, and she was like, "Why is there fish in it?" I thought this was a group of tacos.
And you
We commit sin without any known consequence, only to remember it all has to end.